Boop, boop. Hello?
Oh my goodness. Hi,
Hello.
everybody. Boop, boop, as they always say. Specifically, as Jenny says. Hi, let's do some fucking D&D. Woo! Let's play some fucking D&D. Welcome, everybody, to HBA one more time. We are going to jump back into the not action, as we have just killed everybody in the last fight. But before we do our little recap, why don't we tell everybody what our prompt is going to be this week? What's our prompt?
It is.
Oh, I feel like Doc should announce it since it's
I feel
Doc's
like Doc should
prompt.
announce it,
Well,
but
I would
just
do, but I was
eating.
in the middle of eating a piece of orange.
I'm just waiting
I was
for
trying
Doc
to
well
save you.
Yeah.
So the party is presented with two Athales, Haikus, Nuriles, Oros, or Nuggets. One real and one fake. What gives the fake one away?
Such a good prompt. And 100% made up by Docs.
Yes.
He came up with it all on his own.
Uh-huh.
Wow, what a genius.
No one has ever asked a question like that ever before in the history of anything. You
I
can't
like
prove
it
otherwise.
So much. You can't prove otherwise. Okay. Let's have a think about that whilst I do a little bit of a recap. In our last session, we had a big fight. Now, that's pretty straightforward. Fight happened. These guys won. Let's give you a little bit of a slightly... Let's extend that recap a little bit as to why we're in this building and what building we're actually in, whilst I start the music again, because I hadn't got it playing on Roll20 yet. So we are currently in a wizard tower. This wizard tower belonged to Eleron Felos, a wizard that we are pals with and had previously broken out of an extraplanar prison. At one point in the past, this tower belonged to him, and it was his one way to teleport us into the city of Suzail, because there was a teleportation circle in the basement. Unfortunately, when we arrived, we realized that this tower had been populated. Someone had taken it over. Not super surprising, because whilst it is his tower, he'd not been here in decades. He'd been in an extraplanar prison, and he wasn't even using this tower. That's bad, property management. Anyway, you guys arrived on the scene, quickly dispatched a bunch of innocent mercenaries from an organization called the Gilded Gauntlet, and when you did so, found out a bunch of different stuff. First, one of the three people that you fought was obliterated by Oro. She's very scary. Second, one of the people was a wizard who ran away from you and disappeared. Third, we had another person called Dr. Asskick remaining that you were able to interrogate a little bit in order to learn a bit about the Gilded Gauntlet as a group of mercenaries who have questionable morals and tend to recruit just whomever will do, but they have very high standards for the people who they have recruited afterwards. They have to maintain their armor very explicitly in a perfect style and wear all this fancy gilded armor to ensure that they have an image upheld, even if the people that they hire are of mixed moral quality. Now, you guys also found top dungeon cards on these guys, a brand new card game that had been only recently discussed about at a board game expo that Haiku had heard about through Honu, a pal back in our hometown. You guys obsessed over those for a little bit, and we went upstairs. Upstairs, we found a big sign saying, "Don't go upstairs, you fucking idiots." They went upstairs. Upstairs, you guys found a destroyed laboratory of sorts. In here was a broken, sentient, and animated broom, and the spirit that had been animating this broom had revealed itself as a starving spectre. It was named Caraxia II, Everlasting King of the 7th Medea Dynasty, last of its name, unburdened by time, ascendant the kindred, guardian of the golden water, or Ko-fi.com/Sleepiest Designs. You also fought another guy called Sir Scribe today, but they're all gone now, so it doesn't matter. Who cares what their names were? Apart from the fact that they were named by our chat. You dispatched all of them after even getting third-partied by the wizard from before who had shown up to try and clean you guys out. But fortunately, they're all dead and you guys aren't dead. We did lose Nugget, but Nugget being a spirit creature will come back shortly. And that's pretty much us up to date, isn't it? I think so.
I have a very important bingo-related question to ask.
Yeah.
Does it count for the bingo card if I open Randall's character sheet and had it open where I put my character sheet and only just noticed when I'm like, that's not my health?
I think so.
I think it might, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it counts.
definitely.
So that's where we're at. And I would very much like to hear our responses as I quickly put in the help. I'm stuck in an NPC name generator name.
That's a good name.
Good name. I have to move this. I'm using Figma to keep track of all these, and I've got so many notes. Okay. Let's do our prompts. I'm interested to hear what your answers are. So let's say there's a fake version of you. How would your players know?
Are we doing? I didn't know if we were doing ourselves or doing.
You're the boss here. You're gonna have to do it.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to do it.
You're gonna have to make the decision. Well, you can make a decision as a group if you'd like, but I think you've got final say. This is your prompt.
Fair. I would suggest that we pick who we're discussing and then everyone else gets to, as if we were actually doing it, point out the things that we would look for.
I like that. Go for it. Pick someone.
Haiku.
You know, it's funny. I thought about this when you mentioned the prompt, and I was like, we would instantly, pre-vitamin D haiku, we would instantly know based on their mood and their willingness to accept new quests that seemed unimportant to our grand scheme of things. But now that can no longer be a measure. So I think it would be how, like whether they can keep up wanting everything on their shell, like acquiring new things for the shell. That might be too easy though for an imposter.
What about it? Like try and take something from the shell, because a fake haiku would have old information of pre-vitamin D haiku and be very against it.
Oh my
Whereas
God,
vitamin D
you're so right.
haiku would be slightly less against it, and you would be able to tell.
I think that's probably
That's
the
a
one.
good one. You really does hinge on the vitamin D, doesn't it? Very much hinges on the vitamin D.
So maybe if we can't figure out a way to do that, we would also like find a way to cover up their shell. Like, you usually get cold, don't you want to put a blanket on? And then the imposter's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. And then the shell gets covered for a while, and then we're like waiting for the mood to change. Like a bird, throw the blanket over the cage and it gets sleepy. This is like throw the blanket over haiku and they get grumpy.
I like that.
I
think
had
You somehow find, if you can, you find a red cap and just see how they respond.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like, 'cause
Ask if they want some potions.
yeah, oh my God. Find out if the potion seller can tell it's a different person. They're not strong enough. Like, we could track down potion seller.
Well, the potion seller had that like eyes only for haiku thing, so
Yeah.
we tracked down the potion seller. Problem solved.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to expand that out next time because Neurali has now had one of the potions and survived.
That's true.
Interesting.
We're gonna have two potion buyers.
The idea I had was throw someone with some suggestion that they're hot at haiku, and if they successfully flirt, then it's a fake.
That's good.
Like the doppelganger just knows that haiku gets around and like thinks that it's because haiku is really suave. And then we're like, no, I don't think this is.
They
Yeah.
blunder into it all.
I couldn't think of a more Twitch appropriate way to say that than gets around. I was like, that doesn't sound good. My heart to say, but trying to stay within TOS here.
Pick someone else then. I enjoyed that. That was a good one. I think we've successfully sussed out the fake.
Jack, do you want to pick someone?
Aura.
Okay, so my immediate thought with Oro was how Nugget reacts. I think Nugget would know instantly
Hmm.
that it was a fake.
There's
Oro.
also a fake nugget at the same time, though.
Oh
Or-
shit.
Sprouts.
Sprouts.
Yeah,
Sprouts.
Sprouts. Nugget would be the Sprouts. That's exactly what I thought.
And then once we've got a confirmed nugget, we can get a confirmed Oro.
Work backwards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I think we could go for like some kind of like motherly instinct, because there's definitely a hint of like the parent of the group.
Mm.
Even
That's
despite
true,
the fact
true.
that I think they are one of the youngest.
Yeah.
The youngest.
And
Yeah.
the smallest.
Well, height is really regardless.
No, it's just funnier.
Well, that's how we could test. Are they the same height?
True.
That's
or are
true.
we assuming a similar height?
We were.
Because I
I mean, we would
imagine
assume identical heights, surely.
I
Yeah.
thought some kind of performance, to be honest. That's what I was
Oh.
So I was thinking that, yes, but we have to figure out, we have to challenge them to do something, like goad them into do something really challenging, and then we have to see how effortless it is. Because Oro wouldn't have to try hard for it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And that's Oro is casually cool
as-
all the time.
As Jenny alluded to when I was talking to her earlier on today, a good way to test was put that Oro in a fight, and if it ends in one round, because of the sheer deeps, then you're okay. That's the real one.
Yeah, right. There you go. That's another one.
That being said, the last doppelganger you went up against almost shanked Ithale in one turn.
Yep.
Maybe that's not
Good
a
test.
perfect test.
I don't know. Do they add the same sort of creative flurry to all the attacks that Oro does? Is it just
You're
a
right.
basic attack, or is it a fancy attack?
You're right.
Mhm.
Are they doing backflips? That's what we need to do.
There was no backflip. There
Yeah.
was no backflip. You're right. Although they did
Hello.
get tossed around in a tornado afterwards. So who's to say?
Or in a body of water. If they float, they are the real one. Head empty, body empty. Just a shell of a gobbo.
If she weighs as much as wood, she's a witch. I'm sure that was a reference.
I got it.
Oh, it's so bright when I do that. I'm really self-conscious of the fact that the top of my hair looks like I've got highlights now because Tortu's rocked up and put the doubt in me.
Turn the light off then behind you. Then move the one.
No,
Well, suffer.
I'm just gonna look like a boy band.
A whole boy band.
I'm a whole boy band. I've even got the low cut tank top on.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Specifically,
Wait, I'll show it
late
off.
90s, early 2000s
Show it
boy
off,
band.
especially for
where
for
everyone
Adam.
had frosted tips.
It's
So
backwards
cool.
to everyone, but it said
Tell me it's
to
not.
advanced
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
My
I
Anath
also have a
Arcana
Dungeon
tank.
Dragon. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
I can only wear it playing D&D. It's the only time it's legal.
Wait, one of the crew gets a Monty Python reference that isn't Katie. I found the fake member of the crew. I thought it might have been a Monty Python reference because I think I saw it on
Yeah.
a clip the other day. And I was like, I
Well,
don't
wait,
know.
did we have that conversation before Jack joined us though? That might have been pre-Jack. The whole like none of y'all had seen. I can't
Okay.
remember.
I feel like Jack likes Monty Python. He seems like a Monty Python kind of guy.
Yeah, I have dabbled and enjoyed.
I have dabbled into Python.
He's dabbled and enjoyed.
Okay, so we must have had that conversation where none of y'all had seen it, and it was really funny
Yeah.
to me before Jack joined us. I think I had made like 2 references, and I was like, "How are they not getting this?" Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair. You got the Keeping Up Appearances reference, but not the Monty Python reference. In my mind.
Right.
Next.
Next. Pickin.
Nearly.
This is a difficult one. I've been thinking. I immediately had things for both Haiku and Oro. Other than
Put her in
get the wings
generally like in a dirty area.
Yeah.
Say something mean about Salune.
out.
Yeah, I was leaning into the religion thing, like We make like a subtle dig at Selune, and one subtle enough that Neurali would get it, but maybe other people wouldn't.
Right. So I feel like a fake would know, like, oh, yeah, Selune worship.
I feel like even a moderately good imposter would understand the connection to Selene, though.
But they wouldn't have wings.
They wouldn't have wings. That's so true.
Yeah.
Hey, can you fly up there and get that?
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah.
Maybe we ask about their opinion on, is it Mills?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that as well because that came with the question mark because you weren't there when the Mills accident happened.
No. Accident.
Just
Yeah.
one little sacred flame.
Accident.
And
Unintended
since
consequences.
only the party could know that because everybody else there was mind controlled.
Oh, no one else knows.
Yeah.
Damn, actually, that's really good.
Oh, wasn't one of your nicknames Mildane, though? Did we come up with that?
It's for a different
I think that
reason.
was like a party nickname though, because I don't think because the whole area was super remote and everybody there was like fungus mind controlled and they didn't know what was going on. So
That's true. You want to see the sword, guys? I'll show you the sword at halftime. We do our bio break. I'll show you the sword.
Can you do
wait,
that?
you got a sword?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I've
I'll
had
get
that
my
for ages,
sword
though.
at halftime too.
That's the PhD sword.
Oh right.
When I graduated, and all these guys went off and bought me a little sword.
So cool.
Well, it's a big sword, really.
Yeah, I don't know if I
think
call
it's
it
a big
little.
sword.
It's just far away.
There's also a little sword.
It's just cold.
You don't have the other sword, do you? Oh my god, you have the other sword.
These both have, I put them on display. Well, this one's not so much.
That
on
one's
display,
less. That was not very on
it's
display.
closer.
That was like.
This is just kind of laying like this. The other one's actually on display here. So for context, we come back from Jenny and I had come back from my graduation, my PhD graduation, to hang out with these guys on our holiday. And they go so like in Finland, I think in Sweden, they give you swords when you graduate with your viva because you have defended your thesis. And I was like, oh, that's so cool! Imagine having a sword. And we showed up, and they give me this, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, it's a PhD sword! I'm like really psyched about this. And then they point at this big box on the table, and I was like, what's this? And I open it up, and it's like, fuck, it is that fucking sword. There's a photo of me going.
I need to see that photo someday.
I'll put it in the group chat later.
Hell yeah.
I'll show you the other sword at halftime. Good times. Good times.
Oh.
These guys are the best.
Oh.
Oh.
And you can see the other sword on. Anyway, carry on.
Patreon exclusive episode.
Kofi.com /
Promo mine. Right now.
Wait, is it Athale next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Athale's going to be
no
tough
idea.
though because Athale's a new member of the party.
Mhm.
If they all cracks a smile.
Tell a joke and fancy laugh, yeah.
This is going to be the best as well because we're going to start talking about our interpretations of Athale, who's a very new character. And it's going to be really, because it's very interesting when you see what other people think of your character and what other people think like they get from your role playing and stuff. So what Randall? No, Athale's
They've already got that one.
Original conception to what Athale actually is perceived as is going to be quite funny, especially given the history of Randall, who was originally Randall.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the cracking the smile is pretty good.
If that didn't work, ask to have Scythe do something, because obviously the fake isn't going to have the because isn't Scythe also a tattoo on you or something, and we just don't know that yet, or is it an actual snake?
It's familiar, but they live in a pocket dimension in a pendant for most of the time.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I mean, I guess
I-
if it's a familiar, then they could just also have a familiar that looks like Scythe, so that's not super great. Why did I think it was a tattoo that came alive?
Well, you've got the it's like
The
on
Thail does have
your
tattoos, yeah, of snakes.
and on
That's
your
true.
thing, your robe.
The
Cloak.
hidden tattoo.
It would have been a
is
much
probably a good
cooler
one.
idea, but I didn't have that idea, so it's not.
That would give you an idea then. Where does the snake come from? This doppelganger, where does the snake come from?
Nerly would be the worst at that because she'd be like, I swear it was a tattoo. It's real, and they'll be like, what are you talking about?
I thought have Haiku do something arcane and see what happens.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Make a vague reference to a young dwarf lady.
Oh yeah, about
Mm.
collateral.
If there's
I
no
don't know, he wasn't
register-
there. You know, he teleported away. He didn't see
Yeah,
that
the
killed
Thail
her.
was not there, technically.
Well, literally.
Quite literally as well.
Okay, I think we've got some good ideas.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get on with the game. So, one final prompt. What's happening at the inn this week?
I think since we're deep into the winter months, we've already had some big activities. There's just gonna be a bonfire. They're gonna make some wassail, whatever it's called. Wassail. They're gonna just like, it's just kind of like a casual community event. Come by if you want to bring your own food. You can roast it. You know, we'll sing some wintertime songs. You know, maybe they get a little like bard performance, something like that. Just like a really casual like community event. Not a lot of planning or prep other than gathering some wood.
Well, it drums up a little bit of interest in the tavern regardless, and you make a whole 9 gold pieces.
Hell yeah.
Lovely. Stick that in the
Hell
bank.
yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, when we start off our session today, you guys are pretty beaten up. It was a bit of a tough fight. Some big AoE stuff had been dropped down. That big AoE stuff had been enough of an issue that you guys had lost some significant health points. You'd also been quite separated, and that is, it's not gonna help the situation, is it? Now, around the room, let's remind ourselves of the scene. You were sort of forced up the stairs because the level beneath you, its floor had been turned all fiery and whatnot. And that fire had sort of ethereally swept across the ground from a big fire that you had seen, like a fireplace on the level below. That fireplace was heating something on the floor above, which is the floor you're currently on. You can see in the wall to the west that there is some kind of cauldron that has been kind of bubbling away now that the fire below had been lit, although the floor, the cackling and the crackling of the flames beneath have now dissipated. Around you, you've seen some metal apparatus to the northern wall, as well as several broken bits of furniture dotted around. There's the remains of a table next to you, and obviously the remains of the bodies of the wizard and the creatures that you have just slain. All sorts of bits and bobs to explore in this tower. Anything particular you guys want to do or say as you return to the tranquility of non-combat? You guys have literally just got out of your fight.
I think Nerly just sits down and is like, ow. Like rubbing her neck.
What happens when Nugget dies? Like, do they just disappear? Does their body disappear?
Yeah. Which is better, really.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's much less sad.
Less traumatic.
I would like to check the wizard's body.
Sure. So you roll on over to the wizard. The wizard, otherwise known as Professor Tortupo, and probably had a name before that, but that's what the name was. And you rifle through their things. They have a wand upon them, or rather, they have 2 wands upon them.
Double wands. Wow.
One of them that you recognize immediately as a Wand of the War Wizard. It's a magical item and was probably his primary spellcasting focus. It adds +1 to spell CDCs and spell attacks. It's a nice magical item. You find in his pockets 374 gold pieces and a top dungeons card that he was holding up his sleeve.
Ooh.
Additionally, you find a small folded note in one of his pockets.
What was the other wand? Did you say there were 2 wands? It was double
Yes,
fisting
the
wands,
other
right?
wand. Oh, sorry, it wasn't 274 gold pieces. It was 1,374 gold pieces.
No, it's 374 gold pieces, wasn't it?
Quite different.
There's a comma before that. Oh no!
One.
That's really funny. It actually was only 374. It was Wand of the War Wizard +1, comma 374 gold pieces.
Oh, well,
That's funny.
That's amazing.
It could have been a plus
We're
1,000.
really yo-yoing around here,
Man, if that was only like a
Sorry.
+2 wand,
right?
worth way more than
That's
2,000
so
gold.
funny.
But
I mean, both of them are. Funny. Dear me. And there's that note. The wand is unidentified.
Okay.
Does appear to be the other wand is unidentified and does appear to be of a magical sort, though it appears to hold some magical power. It is like an obsidian straight wand, and you can see that there are kind of opalescent pearls along it. But it's indicating its number of charges, basically.
Mm.
And it has 3 pearls on it. 2 of them are white, one of them is black.
Me desperately trying to remember what spell they cast. Is there a fireball? No.
no. Cloud Kill and Darkness.
Okay. Wonder if it
But they
was
are
one.
also a wizard, so they can just cast spells.
Well, yeah, but you know. But the other adventurers seemed so low level that it would be weird for this one to be a war wizard.
Did they seem low level, or did you fucking obliterate one immediately and then
Oh.
question the other?
Maybe that's what happened.
Obliterated them
I
with
thought that
60
they were
something
just-
damage.
Yeah, that's true. That would almost kill me. So maybe they weren't actually low level. the shit out of them. What's the note say?
Well, Ethael's going to bring the stuff back over.
Okay.
Like, I've found this card. I assume you will be interested in it. And holds
You
out
can't tell me
the.
that Ethael is not interested in these cards.
No,
What card is it?
Yeah, what card is it?
that's why I didn't ask what card it was immediately.
You'd not be interested.
Let's roll. Let's see what it is.
Do you think doing all the looting and exploring around this room would be enough time for Neurali to take a short rest while they're doing stuff? Because I have 9 hit points.
If
Not what
Nerily
you
contributes
think,
absolutely nothing to any of the skill checks and whatnot, then yeah, sure.
I was hoping we might have a short rest as well, to be honest. 'Cause,
Oh, okay.
Nah, we don't need a short rest. We'll be fine.
me
Neurali
pushing my
cruises
luck in
around
Baldur's
her
Gate.
Oh. Okay. You guys are welcome to have a short rest if you want to do it as a group after this.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Fantastic.
So the card that you get is a rare card. And it says Lady Cassandra Coincroft, brackets, Gilded Gauntlet. It has a
Ooh.
chaos score of 4, magic score of 8, a damage score of 6, and a renown of 2.
I assume somebody has that written down now.
I have them all written down.
Okay,
I
good.
can happily share with people.
I have written
if
it
needed.
down.
I mean, just the fact that that's one of the cards that we have.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do not fear. Yes, if you're short resting, feel free to spend some hit die. Is it a Charizard?
I also found this gold, but I don't know how you handle your gold. I thought it was more, but it turns out it was just another wand. I assume
That's
I can
gold,
hold
it's a
on to
wand.
these wands.
Oh yeah, sure. You could make yourself one of these, and Oro shows her like a full dagger like thing that she has on. You should have one of these.
Bandolier.
Bandolier of wands.
Yeah.
So wands can be
given him both wands.
So wands, when used, not all of them, the vast majority require attunement. Some of them require attunement by a spellcaster. Some of them just require attunement. Some of them require no attunement at all.
Okay. But I don't know about these yet.
Yeah. It's up to you guys how you distribute your loot.
Well, so that's what Thale's asking. Is like,
Oh.
because
Oh,
Thale doesn't know what you guys do with your gold that you find together.
we usually just split it equally amongst us.
We have a
Or
ledger
something
that we
like
like
that.
write it down and split it. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to do that,
Here is 374 more for your ledger. Then
it'll be split accordingly.
by me.
That doesn't divide by 4.
That's why there's a remainder column.
No. Nice.
Cool.
Thank God.
That's cool.
Oh, and there was this note as well.
Was it?
The note reads, "Stop your idiots from going into the attic. Whatever you woke up when you poked around in there can't be worth the effort. The wizard surely cleared it out when he left. That's why this place is full of dregs. We'll get someone to scale up the outside and open up the windows. That'll make the job much easier. Lady Cassandra says those ghost fuckers hate the sun almost as much as they hate the cold."
Lady Cassandra.
That is the name that you found on a card just now.
Cassandra Coincross.
Wayncroft
Croft.
of the Gilded Gauntlet.
Important lady is what I'm writing down. Okay, well that would have been good to know before the fight, but good to know now. I know, go.
They do say hindsight
Hi.
is 2020. Whatever that means.
Wait, say again?
Hindsight is 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, we say that all the time in circus. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a
that's
circus.
circus
thing.
speak.
Ah,
For sure.
Mm.
See. Remember when Randall used to make a note of all those?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all just look up into
Times.
the distance. Yeah.
Apart from Dale. Dale looks at what you guys are looking at.
Yeah.
Can't see anything.
I assume there's
Anything
nothing
else
left of
you
the
guys
shadowy
wanna-
guys.
Shadowy guys have all the soot creatures are all dead, and they are nothing remains except soot.
Okay. What do you think's in this cauldron? It's all bubbly now. Should I smell it?
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
I stiff.
It has a thick musky mud smell to it, like a naturey kind of like you can taste it in the back of your throat.
Earthy.
Earthy is the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Ugh. No, not good.
There are some vials on the floor nearby that are broken, but there are some unbroken ones.
What does it look like?
Quite
in-
easily pour it out if you wanted.
What does it look like first?
So it is a thick, viscous glue, like a gluey green potion.
The same as in the cauldron, green. Oh.
Well, so the vials on the floor are empty. As what I'm saying is you could.
Oh
pour
right,
the
sorry.
potion
Sorry.
into
I see. We could make some. We could put some in here. Should we scoop some up?
I suppose that would be a more civilized way to, as opposed to just dunking our faces in.
You are going to consume this this stuff.
I mean, we drank a potion once that made us see souls. And
And this is
And Zara.
convincing.
it was pretty
And I
sick.
turned into gas.
Oh, because we found it on the ground. In like,
It
It was
pool.
pretty sick.
You found it on the ground and you drank it.
Where's this
Oh,
guy's
Like
adventurous spirit?
wasn't it like a shadow fae type of thing too, or am I misremembering?
Yeah, we spoke to
Mhm.
a Shadowfell dude, right?
Yeah.
Shadowcat.
Yeah.
I think that might have been after we drank the thing, though.
Yeah. I gave him my number.
In our defense, it compelled. It had a compelling force. It did, and somebody didn't fare so well against that. But then we found out it was fine, and so we bottled some.
I mean, our old party member used to drink goop, so
Yeah, we're
That
kind of
big,
used to
big
it.
boots of fill.
That seems unwise as well. Unidentified goop, I assume.
I mean, is there any other sort?
It's a.
Fair.
I mean, there's all kinds of identified goops, especially if you make it yourself. Soap can be pretty goopy until it sets.
Would you eat soap?
No, but I've made it. But I knew what it was, so I didn't have to try it.
But
Because
if
Really?
you didn't know what it was, you would eat it.
If you leave milk long enough, it gets kind of goopy.
I wouldn't eat it.
You think people are putting things in cauldrons just to make gross stuff? It obviously had a
Yes.
purpose.
So, right.
Well, yes,
Yeah, right.
how long ago? And what purpose?
Does
The
it smell
broom
like
had
any
a
potions?
purpose.
True. Does it
And it
smell
just
like any
tried to
potions
kill
we've
us.
smelled before?
No, it does not. Oh,
Okay.
actually, you know what? Roll me a Arcana check.
Can someone help?
Maybe that should be.
I will
question
allow
really
two
asked
people.
out loud. Okay.
Sure. Two people can roll for these.
Nobody's gonna
If I
ask
were-
that question out loud.
They'll definitely want to know what it is because oh my god, it's so like
Story writes itself.
Dale is completely
Oh,
oblivious to this.
This is so good. You can
rivalry
write
that
I'd just
this.
like to point out,
You can write this.
I'd previously written down Haiku slightly miffed about the one situation, so this is just going to exaggerate that all.
So funny. Oh. Oh my goodness. I'm just loving this. Like Haiku being like just having higher int scores, having this this straight +2 additional Arcana score, and yet Ethael pipping to the post. Ethael, you both recognize the smell. Haiku, you can recognize it especially well because this smells an awfully lot like the what on earth is it called? A potion of gaseous form. You're familiar with this potion, so you're able to identify it quite easily. Dale, you can also identify it from its smell. However, you're convinced that it's a little bit past its sell-by date.
So do I know it's a potion of gaseous form or just that it's past its sell-by date? I've never used a gaseous form potion.
No,
so
you've
I
not.
guess
I would say that you know it's past its sell-by date, and that you have a strong inkling that it will be like a polymorphing kind of potion, like a potion that would of what kind of school is that? Transmutation.
Sounds right.
So you would expect it to change one's form.
Yes. It smells like a transmutation potion that has been overcooked. It's been here too long.
Transmutation. It's the gas potion. It's the
Oh.
relax potion.
Sure.
I kid you not, it's the most relaxed I have ever been in my entire life. Was when I drank it.
Yes,
like
but it
it
probably
happened
hadn't gone off.
What would happen to a potion that's supposed to do that but is not good anymore? Or is bad?
Do I know that?
That will be an Arcana check, DC 25.
Can they
I
both
literally
do it?
asked out loud.
Can I ask that question and then
yes, you
guidance?
you absolutely can.
Oh,
do
but who are
that.
you going to guidance?
Yeah, who are you gonna
question.
guidance?
You have to pick
You're the
favorites
one.
now.
You're the one who mentioned that it's bad, and I asked you. So I'm gonna guidance you. I'm so sorry.
Haiku will do like a low key Arcana check then.
It's just quietly.
Also, now that we know it's a gaseous form one, Nurly doesn't trust Haiku, to be fully honest about whether
Sure.
or not it might have bad side effects.
Even vitamin D, Haiku, crazy.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not going to roll the guidance
Gotta
on
add
that
a
because that's not
D4.
gonna... Yeah, okay.
You could tie though.
Oh, for that, yeah, I could tie it. I wasn't going to bother because I'm like, I was never going to get to a 25.
You can. Neither of you can say for certain. You know that it could have a varying degree of alterations in its effect. It could do absolutely nothing in going out of date. It could have the exact same effect.
Is it a use by date or a sell by date? Because that will change. Has it gone past its sell by date or its use by date?
Given that you guys aren't certain of the outcome, I would say sell by date.
It is going to be unpredictable. I can't really tell you what would happen. It might work fine.
Well, we definitely shouldn't use it today, but we could take some.
Ah, yes, let it age some more.
I was thinking more like maybe after the tower is cleared out, in case something bad happens. If you poison yourself, I can't fix it. I just can't.
Hey, sometimes we need a barter for things. We could just make some bullshit up about this, Who are we gonna say? I scoop up a couple of vials of it.
How many vials do you like?
5.
There are exactly 5 vials worth of potion in this.
Nice.
Whoa.
Haiku could build some kind of injector gun and you could shoot it at people.
I mean, Haiku has already built a bolt to inject people with
that's
stuff.
precisely what they
ever been used.
that's what it does.
I think we've done a healing dart. I think that she brought Nurly back up one time with the healing dart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because that was the first other form of healing that we had. Was
That was the one healing dart that we had.
Yeah.
We need to look at what's this metal apparatus you're talking about?
So you move to the north end of the room, and here is where you find a large metal gantry. This looks like it held at some point some kind of mechanical construct, and it was built purposefully to kind of hold it aloft so that someone could do something to it. At least that's what becomes very apparent to Haiku. The rest of you see this and think, that's metal, that looks a bit funky. But Haiku can very clearly see its purpose because it's not an especially impressive piece of kit, but it's a useful tool.
I was about to ask, is there any way I can tell what it does? Or what it did?
Yeah, it's a gantry.
Really, just it holds stuff.
Yeah.
There's no indication of what it holds.
No, but you can tell that it was, in D&D terms, we would describe it as a large construct.
Gotcha.
Perhaps experimental?
Could be. Beyond all reason, you can't see anything. Can't see anything in the room that seems like it would fit into the shape.
What if I square myself up with it? Is it all like I could fit in it? Haiku not.
You think that there is a world in which you could alter it, and you would be able to strap it in a way that lifts you up.
I'm just getting really big power armor stand vibes.
It is. That's basically it. Yeah, it's basically power armor stand from Fallout.
Oh shit!
Is there a fusion core around here?
But wasn't there supposed to be a golem? I'm assuming Haiku said this out loud because it became a discussion.
Oh yeah, definitely allowed. Was there meant to be a golem? I can't remember.
It's supposed to be
remember-
Sally.
That's the one, Sally.
Sally, the arcane scavenger.
Mhm.
Well, maybe this was Sally's. We use the phrase resting place, but not in a death sense.
A bedroom.
Yeah, essentially.
Interesting place. Bedroom.
Could you roll me a investigation check, please, Haiku?
Got a +10 on this as well. Let's see how.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I'd forgotten. I would have set
Ooh.
a DC slightly higher. No. So when you are kind of poking around, you see two things. First off, you see etched, kind of covered in dust and soot. You can see etched into the top of the gantry the word Sally. It's not done in any kind of, it's not like laser etched into it or anything like that. It's not done by spellcraft. It's done by artifice, and it's literally just been carved in there.
Tradition.
You also find, as part of the stand, a small compartment, which you kind of, it's like a long circular tube almost, and you kind of pop off the top, and from inside you hold a what looks to be a control rod. It is definitely of artifice and not of arcane. It looks as if there is a gem embedded in the handle that is in one piece. The rest of it appears to be broken, though not necessarily beyond repair.
But I'm guessing probably beyond repair here.
There's nothing in the room that looks like it would be useful to you.
Okay. And just to double check for my own sake, control rod as in like a remote control, not as in the thing in nuclear reactors.
It looks like some kind of rod that would be used to control something.
Okay. That might be useful. Okay.
It has some,
Nice.
bells and whistles and switches, etc., buttons that look like they would be used to manipulate something at a distance.
I tried to explain it to everyone else. I don't know how well that goes.
What's it meant to control?
I mean, I'm assuming Sally. Well, she's not here though.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right, but she's not here. But the control rod is. Does it look like
Did you-
there's space for a second rod, or is it just space for one?
Just the one.
Can you
So the
use
control
it?
rod's here, but Sally isn't.
Correct.
Well, maybe she's just upstairs.
This is it.
Tell her on.
You are
Oh,
the
there's
uppers
not
to
another
the
upstairs?
stairs.
Can you
Ooh.
call Sally with the rod?
I mean, I can. It doesn't look like it's going to work, but I can certainly try. Presses a button.
Hey, Sally.
You press a button. You see the gem kind of in the handle light up for a second, as if with some kind of this arcane power. It looks like it wants to try and do something, but nothing seems to happen. You notice as you do so that as the gem lights up slightly, it does look a little bit unseated. It looks like it could pop out. Doing so, you suspect, would stop the control rod from working. Not that it's working anyway. You might be able to use the gem for something else.
Can't I just try and cast mending on it?
Absolutely.
I don't know why I didn't think of that the first. It's the first time I've ever used this spell.
Repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken link chain, etc., broken key, torn cloak. So, this spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic to such an object. It starts to kind of you can see there are some dings and dents and some tears to the structure of the rod as they start to kind of sew themselves back together. It does seem to be that you have fixed it. Whether or not it's going to work now is hard to tell because, like I said, the gem is still somewhat unseated, and if it does work, you suspect that you need to be within the vicinity of whatever it's supposed to control.
And even if we take into account that I have tinkerer's tools and woodcarver's tools, that gem's
You can
still unseen.
you can fix it. There is nothing that you are absolutely certain that it is within your power to fix this, and mending has taken you 95% of the way. But ensuring that it works will require a little bit of your downtime and being in the room with the thing that it's supposed to control.
Got you. And by
Have you tried taking the
downtime,
gem out, rolling it between your hands,
Blowing on it,
Like-
put it back in.
yeah,
Well,
holding it
like-
up high?
Yeah.
the short rest counts that downtime?
No.
Oh. Well, I'll,
Yeah, it could do if you're gonna, if that's what you specifically want to do with your short rest. But again,
I have
you
nothing
need to
else
be
do
in the
with short
room.
rest.
You need to be in the room with the thing that it controls in order to see if it works properly. And you are not in the
But
room
I
with the
can
thing.
get it ready to test it out.
Yeah.
as well.
I didn't mean to imply that you couldn't do that. Sorry.
Yeah, and I've got no other use for my short rest because
Sure. Yeah.
it will help. I can heal it.
So as I said, the gem in itself seems unseated, and you could remove it and use it for something else if you prefer. Are you going to take the gem out or ensure that it is seated properly?
Ensure that it is seated properly,
Sure.
like a passenger on a plane taking off.
As you take a short rest,
Whatever plane.
what I will do is, will I do this? No, I'm not going to do this. That's fine. You continue as you were.
Oh,
Okay.
that's probably fine.
I don't like that at all.
That's totally fine.
Okay, so now that we came from the basement, went to the main floor, and have been up here, we've officially cleared the tower.
Pretty much. There is the door to the north on the lower level just below
right.
you. But otherwise, you've cleared
So-
out a lot of it.
Anything else to pick up on this floor?
There is a broken table with some bits and bobs on it.
Ooh.
Idly peruse the bits and bobs. I don't care about
bits
broken
and bobs.
tables.
The broken table is where you find the bits and bobs. You find two things. You find a broken spare wand. You're gonna find an awful lot of wands in Wizard's Towers. I'll tell you that much.
Makes sense.
Fair, yeah.
And you also find another note. This one is you can almost see that it was like this is a note on top of a kind of like a cardboard box. Cardboard box is kind of open and left aside. Inside the cardboard box is like a velvet lining sort of thing, like a cheaply made one that looks like it was going to hold the control rod. And the note reads, Artificers Guild might be able to help Sally, but I'm not sure they'd give her back. Artificers tend to keep their toys. Maybe she does deserve a rest.
We are a greedy folk.
You're gonna build a golem. You're gonna.
Conversation we had the other day, Thomas, starting to now fall into place.
Pourquoi?
I'm guessing there is an Artificers Guild within the city we're in, so...
Who's to say?
Do I know? Is there one?
Well, that's what I'm asking. You're to say.
I know, but you've only been here in passing. It's not something that you've been actively
I
pursuing.
don't know. I feel like if Haiku passed through some of the journeys, they'd, given they're an artificer...
I'll give you a history check. Just a flat history check. DC is 15.
I have a plus 10, for Christ's sakes.
Damn.
I'll give the same history check to Thale.
Oh,
I just want to put this out into the
don't worry
universe.
about it.
Well, amazing.
Don't worry about it.
Neither of
Technically,
you are
it's still
certain.
tied because it's a critical fail. I want to put out into the universe that until the relationship goes from enemies to the lover's point, then that's when the roles are all good for both of them. There's no more competition because they're like, oh my god, we're in this together.
Yeah.
And then everything works out really well.
In the meantime, it's a fun little spicy side game. You're not certain.
Gotcha.
Ding dong.
Thank you, Cyborg.
Yes.
Cyborg, thank you so much for the £10 tip. The D&D funds.
Oh, so generous.
None of the NPC. Thank you
Such
so
a
much,
generous
Cyborg. It's very
goblin.
kind of you. Thank you.
I'd do a goblin redeem for you in your honor right now, but I'm not sure it would work.
It might work. Only one way to find
we'll
out.
we'll all learn together.
There we go. Some goblin redeems in the name of Cyborg.
Oh, there you go. It's
Will there
working.
be loads of
Let's go.
goblins? There we go. Woo! Really played for me.
Perfect.
And you see the buff one at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's wide, boy. Wide.
I like the buff one at the end. My favourite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Is it a little crown you got on top of yours, or is it?
Yeah, it's a
It's a
crown.
yeah.
When it goes this fast, it's hard to tell if it's a crown or if it's like trousers that you've got on.
It's a
Just,
crown
oh,
and
yeah,
he's in
yeah.
underwear, so they
Oh,
merge
just-
into each other when they're going that
Merge
fast.
basically the
funny.
same
Oh my
thing,
God.
right?
You guys too can have your own little goblin by following kofi.com/sleepiest designs. Wow.
This is the first time that I've actually been looking at the screen when someone redeemed Goblin. I had no idea that it did that because I'm always looking at y'all. Or, like, when Ginny's streaming, I'm usually like out and about and driving or working, so I can't like watch what's going on. Usually, I'm just listening and occasionally telling funny stories in chat. So I just like this is the first time I've ever noticed that it's done that.
So
Oh my
blessed.
God.
So blessed.
I think chat has gotten used to seeing that notification come up and just closing their eyes for the next few seconds.
Yeah, look away.
I like it. I like it. Okay, yes. So you guys are you've poked, you've pilfered. Anything else you guys want to do?
I want to go back downstairs to that weapon that we didn't pick up that was on the
Sure.
wall? Question mark.
Yes. Bolgroth's blade.
Whose?
Oh yes.
Bolgroth's blade.
Bolgroth.
Everyone knows
Bolgroth's blade. I'll
Yeah, he's
put
the
it
king
in
under the mountain or something, right? I'm kidding.
DM drop. Oh, it's already in the DM drops channel on Discord.
Oh,
Oh,
new DM drop just dropped.
We walked past it, didn't we?
Yeah.
DM drops. We did because we were like, we don't know if it's cursed, so we need to figure out what's going on in here.
I think that was the one.
Or that's what I said. We don't know if it's cursed, so we don't know what's going on in here. So maybe we come back to this.
Ball with a U. Okay. Wait, what kind of blade is it? Like, is it a dagger or a
It is
Sword.
a short sword.
sword? Ooh.
So
Oh.
anyone but me can use it.
Oh
One
no, I
big
know. I
enough.
apologize. It's not. It's a rapier.
Oh.
Ooh, fancy.
It's fancy.
I
Or
don't know if I
sizes
can
when you
use
need
that.
her.
I don't think I can use short swords either.
Oh,
Have,
really? I would think that.
martial weapons as a proficiency.
I don't think so. I think I pick a specific blade singer weapon that I'm proficient with.
I think I can give a bunch of buffs to like martial and thrown weapons.
Oh.
Through the whole, that whole system that I don't use.
You said martial thrown weapons or just martial weapons?
Or both, martial and all thrown.
I think. Doesn't a whip count as a martial weapon?
I think it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think we're at the point where Haiku would bestow anything like that.
This is when we know that it's the arc is turning to the lover's point when Haiku does
Imagine
buff
if
the whip.
imagine if you had actually given Athale the spider climbing boots, and you'd be regretting that constantly.
I'm surprised we haven't already, to be fair, because we just sat there doing now.
But you don't need them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't need them. Yeah, whip is a martial melee weapon.
Just, casual information out there. Buffs could be had. No pressure.
Buffs could be had. Currently not being used at all. Sat in my inventory and doing nothing.
Right.
That's probably where they're going to stay.
That's the one.
If Haiku goes to take a look at the sword, I will My lights
Suddenly
turned
blue.
blue. Thank you. Somebody's doing shenanigans on my channel. Then I will guidance haiku. Just saying that ahead of time so I don't forget. But that's the intention.
I mean, is the sword of an arcane origin?
Yep. Appears to be.
I mean, it'd be
Do you-
rude not to, wouldn't it?
New 50 von
What
Tipp
do-
vom Tor
Holy
Polar.
£50 tip.
Dieses
This is
Wort
for
Tom
Tom
to
to give the
Cookies
characters a
aber
bag of
auf
cookies that they
Cookies
found in the
involved
Wizard's
the
Place's
Wizard's
kitchen.
Kitchen.
Chocolate chips.
Chocolate
Hell yeah.
chips.
Oh, really?
There are so many cookies in here.
Tortu, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much.
There's so many cookies.
Thank you, Tortu.
Dummy, thank you.
What a blessed goblin.
We getting cookies? What's happening? Cookies?
Yeah, there's tons of cookies in here.
Oh,
Wow.
You see the fireplace here that was
Looks
originally
good,
just
doesn't it?
heating the cauldron above. Turns out there were some unbaked cookies put in the fireplace, and now they have been perfectly baked.
oh.
Wow.
What kind of
Each of them
cookies?
count as they are all chocolate chip, unfortunately, every single one of them. So if you
Yeah.
want variety, it's a bad time, but otherwise delicious. And they all count as good berries.
Oh,
Damn, I just healed Max.
There are 12 cookies
I
there.
haven't. Can I eat 5 cookies?
We suddenly see a different side to Athel where he fucking rams 5 cookies in his face.
No, just one bag. Listen, it's a big bag. It's a big bag. 12. 12.
Stack.
okay, and you just ate 5, so there's 7 good berry cookies. 7 good cookies.
Seems like it.
Who's gonna carry the good cookies?
I can carry them if you want.
Seems like a good idea.
Was it 7 you said?
Because we had 12 and he.
Oh, I'm not actually eating 5 cookies. That was a-
Oh, JK. Then we have 12 of them.
Are you sure you don't want a cookie, Athel?
No.
We don't technically know they're good berry cookies yet, right?
You can tell.
Oh, you can tell. Okay.
You can tell. They look delicious.
They got good berry
They've
stamping
got
and
icing.
everything.
Yeah, they got icing that spells out Goodberry on them.
Wow, they were baked with the
They-
icing on. That's crazy.
Are they in date?
They're magic.
They were just freshly baked.
So
Oh.
now you're asking if things are in date.
We need
Okay,
something that we know for
Haiku
sure
says it
will
more
help
in a tone to which they're actually mocking Athel when they say it.
us. A little bit of an eye roll.
Is that Arcana check for the sword? Sorry.
Yes, it was.
Hey. So what's that in total? Oh, 25. Okay. So, Balgroth's Blade is actually a well-known weapon. It's a well-known weapon specifically in Cormyr and specifically in Suzale amongst Purple Dragon Knights. It's something that you have heard about more so than experienced yourself, because it's quite common actually. It's common but only in certain circles, because it is a training weapon. So Balgroth's Blade is a +1 weapon, but in addition, whenever one of these weapons successfully damages a living creature, it immediately casts Cure Light Wound spell upon that creature, restoring 1d8 points of damage, up to a maximum equal to the damage dealt by the attack.
That's actually kind of cool.
So that means you
How many
could
charges does it
actually
have?
kill stuff with it very slowly.
Yeah.
Because it will never heal more than it does in damage.
You could also you could do
Don't
some
look
really
back.
weird shit with it as well.
If
Don't
you've got
look
like
that
bludgeoning
bad.
resistance
Yeah.
or slashing resistance.
What happens if you
I'm
do a
healing you.
non-lethal attack with it?
Oh, this reminds me. So, my little brother had a cleric he played, where he got an item that he named the lesson, and it was a little shiv essentially that could cast 1d4 of healing, and he used that when the party members did something stupid. And was just like, don't do that again, and was like technically helping them but punishing them at the same time, and that's what this reminds me of.
I replayed.
The shiv until you learn your lesson. Hi, Charlie.
Hi. So now we have 3 forms of healing.
Hell
like-
yeah.
Haiku hands it back to Aura and goes, I don't know if it's yours. I mean, it is gonna help the person who you hit to an extent.
Okay.
Oh, how?
Like, it heals. I mean, it hits the damage and then they heal.
That sounds perfect for the circus.
True.
Really make the fights look realistic, because they are. Literally completely missing the point of performance.
I'll put it in my pocket.
Sure. Now go in the inventory, never to be used again.
You don't know that.
We ever need to
Damage
seem
into-
like we've turned on each other. It's the perfect item.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Any other ideas on how you used a healing sword in the chat?
The difference between neurally thinking and a fail thinking. I love it.
If someone's on the floor, you could give them a death saving, like a failed death save, but also definitely get them up.
That's true. Well, if you take damage when you're down, you take 2 death save fails.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
But
2?
if it heals you the amount of damage that you do, then presumably you fail the 2
Well, it
death
heals
saves.
you 1d8 up to the amount of damage it does, which is why it will always slowly kill
If
you.
you're
right?
if you're at 0,
Yeah, it'll get someone off the floor.
Not reliable. Not reliable.
not well, given that our homebrew is that your death saves don't refresh until long
Oh yeah,
rests.
Mm.
like it's like a Hail Mary.
Oh, right. I
you know?
forgot about that.
We forget that I do put some pretty deadly shit in this game. The number of deaths is very low, but you only have 2 resurrections or 2 revives.
We could trick someone into
and-
dueling us and be like, use my sword.
Pick
Just
your
so-
weapons. I very
Yeah.
specifically picked this for you to use.
Okay.
Is
Well,
there anything else on this second floor?
so
don't really
there
know.
are empty frames dotting around the walls with stolen art. And as I mentioned before, to the north of the room there is a door, and that door is blocked, or was mostly blocked, by wooden boxes that, when you'd come through here the first time, clearly had some plate mail in it, some well-made gilded plate mail. And you could see that there were some oils and rags in there for cleaning that plate mail. Now what you can see is a very sooty piece of plate mail and a lot of burned up wood and scorch marks.
Well, if there's any magical items, they'll have survived.
Plate mail.
Ooh.
Plate mail looks pretty fine.
Oh.
I pressed to digitate it clean.
Is it gold?
Looks
You
like
would
a
think they
damn
would
good
just do
piece.
this?
It's all silver apart from like a gilding of gold around the as if to embellish.
Should we take this with us?
Put it in the bag of holding. I don't want to carry that one.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Open up the bag.
Plate. So this is plate mail +1.
Hmm.
Ooh.
This is
It's
this is
very
where
good for all
family
our
is.
heavy armor users.
Mhm.
Yep.
And since we're in the city now, presumably we can actually sell these things for like decent prices because we're not like going into a town of 50 people who aren't going to have the kind of money that it takes
Yeah.
to buy a +1 plate mail
Mhm.
or all the magic swords and stuff that we have.
I like that
Try
Adam.
clean out.
Adam said cursed plate mail, and I don't know if Adam has BTTV, but the
Yeah.
saying cursed has this emote. So you've gone.
Plate mail.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. I thought it was just staring at the plate mail.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I remember if I've ever seen Adam use any emotes.
That's so funny.
I like the idea for a cursed plate mail though.
I don't. I don't shut up about it. Is there anything else that we've missed out on this layer?
No,
I don't-
seems like you've
No cards.
Can we go through the door?
You can go through the door if you'd like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did that not just go outside? I thought it just went outside.
Who knows? It's slightly ajar,
But mostly a door.
mostly a door.
Ah,
The
Not
door
ajar
has a
in a
note
field, though.
on it that reads, remember your, this is in all caps, remember your obligations, armor shining, faces smiling, or Bunyan will have your fucking heads.
Who?
What a name.
Christ.
Bunyan. That's a terrible name. Nobody should be called Bunyan.
That's the fourth farmer from Fantastic Mr. Fox. Okay.
So sorry.
This is why references crap. Don't make references ever.
It's a beloved children's book. An excellent film.
And they've appreciated it.
I knew Nath would
I
pipe
I
up.
appreciate it, yeah.
I appreciate you, Nev.
You know, they're cut from the same cloth. Two peas in a pod.
Okay.
Okay.
I can back down.
The room ahead, the final room of the tower, you'll be glad to hear, is filled with boxes, wooden boxes that have not been burned into a cinder. Very nice.
Okay.
Some of them are open, some of them are not. And you find that it is otherwise empty. The front door you can see is closed, but this is where you saw Dr. Asskick leave.
Right. That's what I thought. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's in these boxes then?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want to start having a poke around?
Mm-hmm.
Roll into them and smash them open.
Maybe we should
Roll
check for
some
wizard
investigation
traps
checks.
first.
Maybe we should what? Check for traps.
Check for wizard traps first.
That's true. I check
I'd
for
like to
traps.
roll.
Surely Dr.
Cool, roll me
Askick
some-
would have set them off on the way out.
Your roll will be a perception check if you'd like to check the traps. Or you can cast a spell that looks for traps.
27.
There are no obvious signs here that there are any traps laying around, no wires, no dodgy looking, stones to step on. Looks like this is a room that is commonly used and thus dangerous to trap.
Okay.
I saw
like
the
to
look
start
on your
checking
face
into
when I
some
said
boxes?
that. And I was like, I can't tell if Tom's like, oh my god, they're not trapped, or if Tom's like, oh shit, she's gonna stop them from getting the thing happen.
You'd like to roll an investigation check? He asked for the third, fourth time. Is he?
Remember when we spent like 30 or 40 minutes going through one door?
Oh dear me. Okay. Oh, we've got some lovely investigation checks there. All right, that's ample for me to say that you found all the bits that you need to be finding in here. So many of these appear to be have been opened and emptied. They're filled with straw. It looks like they've been used to fill these for shipping elsewhere, or at least moving elsewhere. You can see that all of these boxes have kind of a gilded gauntlet symbol on them, which is a gilded gauntlet But that's a difficult thing because there are other religious organizations that use a gauntlet as their iconography. So instead, it is a gilded gauntlet that looks like this.
Hell yeah.
Because they're cool as hell. And it's kind of stamped on most of the boxes. One of the boxes that you find still has some stuff in it. Seems to have some spell scrolls in. And there is a note written in. It's pretty poor handwriting that reads, "Big A took the war wizard cloak and left the gems. Said it'll have to do." Under which you find about 2,000 gold's worth of gems. That were left here. And as you are investigating the rest of them, I mean, with your whopping investigation checks, you find another note on the other side of the room that has kind of slipped down beside two of the crates that have been already opened, and thus would not have been quite so easily found. It is in amongst these boxes that already have the iconography kind of stamped on top of them. This one particular box reads "Property of the Gilded Gauntlet" as well, which seems a little bit over the top. But this particular note says, "The plan is to drip feed him. He can't live off of scraps forever, so he'll need this old stuff to pay the bills eventually, and we can rinse him for it. Take a box once a month and act like we just found it. Make sure to get the best price that you can. Threaten to take the goods elsewhere if you need to. I'm sure there's some student at the college whose parents will pay for them, but they're not quite as desperate."
It doesn't say who they're selling to?
Nope.
Okay.
Possibly Big A, which I can only think of as now as Big Asshole, because that's all that's in my head for it.
Love it.
What did the Big A note say? It was like,
Big A took the war wizard cloak and left the gems. Said it'd have to do.
Obviously, that's Arius. Grr.
oh my god.
Oh wait, did you not think that?
No, I thought I was only thinking Big Asshole. That's all I thought.
Oh.
We can take the gems?
Yeah.
Especially if there's diamonds.
Are there any rubies in there?
Good grief. I'm going to roll a 1d2. If it's 2, there's some diamonds. No, I'll roll a 1d3. If it's a 1, there's neither. If it's a 2, there's diamonds. If it's a 3, there's rubies.
Why not 1d4? What about both?
Nope. It's rubies. 2,000 gold's worth of rubies.
Ooh.
Would those fit in your control rod, Haiku?
The rod's fine now, is it not? Well, at least we assume
Oh.
as much before we can test it. It's been seated. I
Never
don't
mind.
think the actual gem's cracked necessarily, not visibly.
Put the gems in the bag of holding.
Okay. They're in them.
The next step is to call Eleron, right?
Yep.
We cleared the place.
I'm on
Should we
it.
do our quick break before we call Eleron?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
I
so
That's
personally
the
would like
plan.
to take our
I need
quick break.
to-
That's the
yes.
plan.
I need to give.
That's
Bugs
a
his
good opportunity to do so. All right, let's have a little bit
That's
of a
what I
break then.
figured.
If you guys are new, our bio breaks don't
Hi.
take too long. I guess hi as well.
What a place to join.
What a time. Welcome and also say hello to the Do Good Penis.
Oh shit.
This
back
week
to
there
Do
is a
Good.
different. Yeah, it's Do Good Penis and not Jack's face. Oh, look at high resolution Do Good Penis though.
Whoa, that's like full HD do good.
Yeah, it's properly zoomed in on him.
It is
Wow.
flipped, unfortunately, for these
It's
guys.
never looked so good other than being flipped. It's not flipped for me, chat. I got it.
I got it. Ood doog, otherwise.
But we'll be back shortly. We don't have a long break, and we also don't have like a specific set time. We kind of just do our business and return. So see you in a mo.
Yep, I'm gonna run some ads. Oh, and then Tom will show his sword off after. Maybe. Maybe not. Why am I back first?
I've returned.
Oh. Thank God.
Had to get a sword.
Nice. Oh, sword and your jacket's off? Jesus.
Oh no. Look at this bad boy.
There she is.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You need to close her up on the hilt.
You can see the finger marks of me picking it up.
You look at the very end. A little bit more. Yeah.
He's gougy.
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick. Look at this
Pretty
bitch.
sick.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go, there you go.
Focus now.
Nice.
She's lovely. I'm gonna hold it without dropping it. You can see the handle properly. Lovely, isn't she?
What do you need?
Hefty sword too.
You muted Katie.
Okay, I totally forgot that I muted myself. I think I said, that's so cool! And then I was like, oh my god, I love that. And then I said, is it like sharp like you could use it? Question mark, question mark?
Well, I mean, it's dulled because it's not supposed to be used. But also, I think, if you hit someone that, they would hurt a lot.
Yeah, but it won't be
Oh,
sharp.
yeah.
I don't think it's legal
No, I have
to
a
have a
sword,
sharpened
too.
sword in the UK.
I have a replica of the
swords don't need
Master
to be
Sword.
Ooh.
That is sick. I think I've seen this before, but that doesn't make it less impressive.
That is
And it's
sick.
got My name engraved on it,
Oh, cute.
That's cool. That's very cool.
and a bunch
Not still
of
in that.
runes. You
Cool.
say not selling that? Yeah, absolutely not. If I had to live in a car, I would keep this. This is my one luxury item.
I want to clean the sword because I've got finger marks on it, but I can't remember where I put my.
When are we
Might
having a
find the
sword
cloth.
fight? We haven't had
Oh.
a sword fight, but we have gone and done archery together.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun.
That was fun. It's on my.
I periodically have to go through and delete pictures and stuff on my phone, and I'm like, I'm never deleting these ever. I should just upload them somewhere. But
Send them to
also,
me. I
like-
want to see them. Send them to me.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yay! I've got my New Year's bingo card has archery on it. Although when I'll get a chance to do that, who fucking knows? Absolutely no idea. But Evan is like fucking amazing at archery and like plays or
Yeah.
shoots for the fucking county or something. So fingers crossed I can get him to give some time.
Yeah, got to make sure you got proper technique. Or it's all for naught.
My dad has a big bow as well. Suppose I could just do that.
I used
There we go.
I used to dabble in the archery a couple of
A
years.
little dabbling. I think my
Yeah.
dad has like a big proper English longbow sort of thing. I'm not
shit.
sure I'd be able to pull the string back, to be honest.
I did shoot a longbow exactly one time. I managed one full draw. It was only like a 55-pound one though, not like like it wasn't. I don't think it was an English longbow because the draw on those are like over 100 pounds or something stupid. But it was like 55. I usually shoot at a 35. And I was just like, and I shot, and it was pretty good. And I was like, and that's the last time I ever used longbow. We're done here. It was not unsuccessful. One up, one down.
Teach
We're good.
archery?
Oh.
Oh, wait.
That's crazy. I made a baby weight longbow.
You made one. Ooh.
Yeah, that's. I want to hear about making it and teaching
Yeah.
it.
That's sick.
Right. Anyway. Oh shit! No, we're still technically on our break because I was supposed to look at the spell scrolls and I hadn't looked at them yet.
No, okay, that's fine. I went on a weekend course. They provided the wood. I did all the shaping and stuff. Cool.
That's really cool.
That's
That's
so
sick.
cool.
Used to hunt with bows. That's very cool.
Oh, that's also super cool, Charlie.
Ooh, yeah, outdoor adventure center. Cool.
If I had stayed in Texas, the archery place that I used to go to all the time, well, if I had stayed and the pandemic hadn't happened, obviously, I used to go there at least once a week. And after my friend and I had gone a couple of times, the people that worked there kept coming up to us and be like, so do y'all ever do competitions? Do you shoot professionally? And we kind of were like, no, we've been doing this for like a month. And they were like, a month? Yeah. And they were like, okay, well, you already have really great form. Can I give you some pointers? And we were like, sure. And then they just really kept trying to get us into competitions because they were convinced that we would do super well. And I was like, man, if I kept that up, who knows? Maybe they would have employed me. Would have been cool.
Okay, what have I got written down here? This one. The first spell scroll is a spell scroll of Death Ward.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Death Ward. The next.
I would like that one, please.
Your wrist turned blue last time you used a bow? What
Just have to figure
happened?
that one out myself.
That makes a lot of sense given my understanding of Nath. Just keep him away from bows.
That's not meant to happen.
The next is Summon Construct.
Interesting.
Whoa,
I like how all three of us went,
It's obviously for a Thale, that right?
I will fight you next week, physically if needs be.
And the final one is animate objects.
Okay.
So those are 2 4th level spells and a 5th level spell.
Okay.
Make sure to write those down because I have just randomly rolled those and I do not have them on me. I have 2 level 4 spell scrolls and 1 level 5. That's what I've written down.
What was the first one again, Tom? Sorry.
You motherfucker.
Death Ward was the first one. What
Death
level?
Ward.
Death
What
Ward
level
is
was
level
it?
4.
Death Ward is a level 4 spell.
Mhm.
Then the level
So
5th one,
fives.
the level 5 one was the animate objects, and the other one was summon construct.
Are
Got
we
it.
all fine if I take the Death Ward one, being that you have to be able to cast it, and I'm the only cleric here? Well,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
cleric,
yeah.
but I can cast cleric spells.
Yeah, it's not on my spell list, so
Mhm.
no interest.
Well, the other two are on my spell list.
Yeah, you
Animate
have.
objects is on my spell list, but I don't care.
Gonna cobble those right up.
Okay. And that's the loot. So we're back in the room. You guys have cleared out the tower.
Nice.
Carl and Elrond.
Oh yeah. Beep 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 beep. Elrond.
It's just you saying beep 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 into it.
Again, Haiku is convinced Oro that that's how it works.
Hello?
The tower's all cleared out.
Oh, sick. I'll be over in a mo.
Okay, great. I go back down to
Sure enough.
assume meet him where he's gonna appear.
Yeah. You hear a thrumming of a magic portal awakening as you go downstairs, and sure enough, the door opens, and there he is. He's all dressed up, ready to go. Hi, guys. Thanks for
Hi.
clearing out my tower.
Yeah, a
I
few
suppose you
us.
found any of my kind of backup spell books, did you?
Spell books.
I don't think.
No.
No, okay. All
They were
right,
all
no
kept on
problem.
the second floor.
I don't mind. It's when you've been around magic your whole life, sometimes it's nice to go analog, you know?
Hmm. Sure.
I
It's a
always go
challenge.
that way.
We could check the wizard for a public.
For what?
We could check if the wizard upstairs has a spell book. It won't
Yeah.
be quite right, but
Oh, you never touch another wizard's spell book.
Even if they're dead?
I have backup copies, but if you haven't found any yet, then we'll find some when we go back to my other tower.
Okay.
I'll just be using these wands instead.
thankfully it's not a video call.
No, he's there. He's just shown up.
Oh, fuck.
He's here now.
Oh, I thought we were still talking on the phone.
No, he said I'll be there in a mo, and then he teleported.
Yeah. Oro, I've
Hmm?
got something from your mother.
Hmm?
He passes over a large folded piece of parchment that you very quickly unravel to realize is a map of Suzale.
Ooh.
On the map are several kind of circled buildings with some notes kind of handwritten into them.
Okay.
The notes read, one particular building is circled, says School of Ogma, nerds but good folk. Another is right next to, well, there are two very close to one another. One is the Emerald Spire, and it reads Elrond's newest tower. Right next to it is Phalas's Treasures of Thentia. which has written next to it discount code Hilda10 at checkout. Another reads, the 6 candles, best cinnamon buns I've ever had.
Oh.
The Golden Goblin. And this one reads, where I found you, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. It used to be called the Glad Tidings.
Oh.
There's also Zelk's Apothecary, which reads, weird guy, great poultices. The Grove of Heather, which is outside of the city walls. It's clearly like an area of forest, or wood at least. Reads, Grove of Heather reads, puts the neutral in neutral good. And the last but not least is the Tower of Argul, which is read next to it, Eleron's older tower, the one you're currently in.
Okay. Sweet, that was very helpful.
She said that you would appreciate it.
Very much, very helpful. We did have a little bit of a fight upstairs.
Oh!
With
Some
some
nasties
room
inhabiting
people.
my tower whilst I was away, huh? Did you say my
No.
broom is evil?
Mm-hmm. Your room turned evil and attacked us.
Oh,
It was mad that it got left.
well. I was in an extra planar prison for a while. It wasn't really much I could do about that.
Mm-hmm.
Which broom was it?
I'll describe what it looked like before it turned into a weird.
Oh, the
demony
grumpy one. Yeah, that one didn't often do what it was told.
thing. Also, there was a mercenary company inhabiting it, and they made the mistake of attacking us after we told them not to. So one of them died, and another one later died when they tried to attack us while we were fighting your broom. And one left.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not here now, right? They're not going to come back?
No.
So then this is yours. You can have this tower. I mean, I'd like to stay on the sofa until we get my tower back, but you can use this as a base of operations if you want.
It was a sofa?
I'll make a sofa.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know if
I'll
the
buy a
sofa's
sofa.
You're going to need a new table as well.
I'll find a sofa outside on the street that's being abandoned.
Okay.
I'm a bit broke at the moment.
Yeah. I don't suppose you know where Sally is. Is Sally okay?
I thought Sally was here. Sally
Well,
not here?
bad news. No. There is this here though.
Okay.
There's the control rod. I've fixed it as well.
Oh, amazing. It might be a good idea to hold on to that in case you find Sally.
You know where she's gone? Or where she
No.
could go? Where she could go.
Well, she was powered down the last time I saw her.
Well, yeah, I was a bit confused because obviously the control rod is here, so.
And
Like, I'm
Sally's not.
assuming this is full control, or is she somewhat independent?
Sally is a strong-willed construct. But the control rod is usually ample. It's more of an on-off switch than a control rod, but it really depends on your control of her. The buttons and whistles are very handy visually, but it really does require the strong will of her.
Oh. Is the buttons meant to give it a sense of control rather than actual control itself?
I only half understand it. I'm not really an artificer.
Okay.
I dabble.
I don't suppose you know if it's got a range.
Yes, it does.
Which is...
distance at which it can work.
and that distance is...
Far.
Okay.
Like, that's relative, isn't it? So, I mean, far for me is like, wow, 20 feet, that's crazy. Is doing this?
No, there's no way you think 20 feet is far.
I mean, I don't think it's like a mile.
Well, that's just a fact.
I don't know. I've not had to use it for very far.
Okay. Well,
It's more of a good night, Sally, 5 feet away kind of deal that I've mostly been using it.
would it not bring Sally to it? Is that not a feature of?
I mean, again, I really don't fully understand the use of it. I don't do it very often. Sally and I get along very well.
I
In
would
her
like to.
older years, Sally got a little less amicable, and I thought maybe it would be a good idea to let her rest. I was going to come back for her, and then I was put in an extra planar prison when I played a card game with my sweet hot lover.
Can I put all my willpower into like trying to bring Sally back? Just like think really hard, press a few buttons.
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh.
You sense that there is there's like a pug almost. It's almost as if it points in the sort of direction that Sally might be, but
Like a divining rod.
it doesn't seem to have brought her to you.
That's just as useful. How old is Sally?
Well, I don't know for certain, but she seemed pretty old and dusty when I found her.
When you found her?
Yeah, I found her during my adventuring years, and we became friends. I looked after her, and that's why I tinkered in tinkering, as it were. I became a bit of a dabbler in the arts of artifice, but not. I was never truly an artificer.
Time.
It's mostly because the Artificer Guild are assholes.
We did find a note that said that Sally was taken to the Artificers Guild, I think.
I was thinking of taking her to the Artificers Guild. I thought maybe she could help whatever it is that's making her, that was making her go a little funny in her older age.
So did you write that note?
Bouts of aggression.
Right. Bouts of aggression.
Do you think she would have taken herself to the Artificers Guild?
She was off the last time I saw her.
The mercenaries were selling your belongings.
Fuckers.
So I wonder if she got sold.
Oh, shit. Yes, well, it's possible. I'm sure she'd be very valuable to an artificer or another mage. You see, her entire purpose was to find magical artifacts.
Where is the Artificers Guild in Sazale?
Oh, not too far. He kind of
About 20 feet then.
He points.
You could mark it on
points
that map
south.
that you've given Oro, could you?
I mean, they may have moved since I was here last, but I absolutely can. Yes.
Thank you.
What I'll do is I'll quickly move you over to the map.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh,
It might take a while to load in.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful
Hi,
city.
Katrina.
That's back. Ooh, wow, it is a beautiful city.
The 6 candles, not the 4 candles.
Wow.
Oh, there's been sorts
That's
of
cool as fuck.
stuff going on in chat, and I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
What?
Nakshma Senior, hi.
Oh, there's the Artificers Guild.
Where?
Where it says Artificers Guild.
Southwest.
Oh.
Down there.
Near the Golden Goblin.
Oh, that's too zoomed out. Where are we then? Where's our tower? Oh.
So you are currently up here.
Okay.
Bit of a walk.
Horngate. Jeez.
Lol.
What does CR and DR stand for underneath the title, Tom?
Those are the years. I don't know what the CR means.
I'm just thinking, why is it 2?
Great question. That would probably be explained by either this is what the city looks like in this year range, or there are 2 different calendars being used.
You know, by Shire Reckoning kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what CR is. Nice map, isn't it?
Maybe it's daylight savings.
Beautiful.
This one has a signature at the bottom. And the bottom right, if you want to...
We'll zoom into it.
Give those guys a little bit of a little shout out, whomsoever that is.
Good work.
This was found on the wiki though.
Warmia
So
Reckoning.
yeah, I think that would be it. It's gorgy, isn't it? This is
Gorgy.
actually so you guys obviously can't see, but so this the map for this was found on the wiki, so freely available. On the wiki, the Forgotten Realms wiki, there is an interactive map that has locations all over the city. So I used that to build the city and like what locations there are. Many of which I've obviously added myself, or I've changed the names of, or whatever. So that was a really good starting place for me. But I've also on my layers, you can't see, I've got names of all the different locations, and then I've got map names for the different locations if we were to ever to go there. So I can remind myself of, if we go to this place, I'm going to use this map.
Right.
And there are a baffling number of entries. It is intense over here.
No, it's in season.
I can't show you because if I could never undo it.
So this
It's
is the
been fun to
capital of
work on.
Cormia, right?
This is the capital of Cormia.
So this is probably the biggest city Neurali's ever seen.
Yes, this is the biggest city that
Large
any of these guys have seen. Anybody.
Okay.
But obviously you haven't gone outside yet. You're still in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
What,
What next?
sorry, I was just going to tell Elrond that there's a card game. There's a new card game.
Oh shit!
I need you to be
I
aware
love a
of
card
it.
game.
I show him the cards. I'm like, look, they're like people that currently see Randall. Randall's here.
Oh,
Haiku's
so
here.
they can be dead. I mean,
I'm there.
Am I there?
No, there could be one of you though. This
We
isn't
need
a
to
full
collect
set.
more.
Yeah. So if you see any, if you hear about this, we're looking for more cards. You know, we want to find our cards.
What if I want them?
I mean, to be fair, it's a card game which isn't going to get you sent off to an extra planar prison. So
Oh, if there's no risk, where's the fun?
God damn it! I'm not
the
saving you
risk
from another
involved this
prison.
time is a money-based risk.
Yeah, I'm an old man. I've been doing that for years. You got to sometimes up the ante.
Well, is it midday now? Is that what time of day is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Frosty midday.
What do you want us to do? Because you're staying here now, right, Elrond? This is your.
I will go back and forth and clean this up a little bit. Maybe spruce it up by the time that you guys come back. If you guys find yourselves ready and willing to tackle my tower and help me reclaim my home, the Emerald Spire. There you go. He points at the map. Just down the promenade. He points to the long street throughout the center of the city that winds from one entrance to the other. Then you can give me a call. I've got the sending stone that you gave to Hilda.
Oh. Okay.
I'll give it back to her when needs be. But
Okay.
And I could absolutely have made more if we needed more.
Oh. Can you make
Can make
another one
another
so
one.
that Elrond can deliver the other one to Hilda if he goes back? Like you, maybe?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I really should have thought about this beforehand.
just all your infusions and stuff being used up.
No, he's out in infusions. Sending
Oh,
stones
this
out
is
in
just
infusions.
make them. Do they cost
Yeah.
money?
Nope.
Wow, and you could just
Just
make
a
a million sending stones.
No, I'm limited to my int modifier.
Ah, okay, so there is the limit.
So I could have 5 sending stones.
Can we establish in canon now whether they are like point to point, or is this like a group call with no option to not be a group call?
Oh, it's a no option. You in a group call.
Oh my god, it's like the old party lines.
Oh,
That's so
Jesus.
wild.
Would Haiku have made people aware of this? Probably not.
Even better.
That's actually like a thing that they used to do, at least here in the US. The phones would be like, there'd be one line for the whole block. So,
Oh my God.
or like a whole section of houses. And so everyone's phone would ring and someone could answer it and they'd say who they were and who they wanted to talk to, and everyone else was supposed to hang up. But people would obviously
Oh my
like listen in.
Damn.
It used to
That's
be a thing
wild.
with landlines if you had more than one landline in the house as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much
Mm.
later down the line, that was also a thing that could happen.
Okay, well we're
Crazy.
gonna go exploring for the rest of the day, and we'll be back.
No,
Probably
this is your
sleep
first
here.
time in the big city. Oh, to be young and exploring a big city for the first time. Don't get into any trouble. Well, not too much trouble.
Is it even
Don't
bigger
do
than
anything I
Whalers?
wouldn't do. I mean, I suppose you can do some things that I would do. You know what I mean.
Haiku winks.
I've done a lot of shit.
Do you have any places
Short
we should
list,
go?
things that Elrond wouldn't do.
I think you should explore for yourself.
Okay. All right. See you in a bit.
See you later, alligators.
Do you think there's a
All right.
tour guide we could hire?
Like a tour bus we could go on.
Tour guide. I heard tow guide.
I heard tow guide, but I understood.
Oh.
Why would I be saying that?
Listen, I don't know. Some people out themselves.
Not on stream.
Some people have learned a saying wrong for their entire life and they haven't
Yeah,
realised
that's
up
true.
until the very
Just
moment they say it on
accent.
stream.
Tour guide. Tour.
Okay, tour guide,
Tour.
tour guide,
Singing.
tour
I'm
guide.
so-
Anyway, the door opens
Right.
onto
call
a
them
small
tour guides.
square. Into the small square in the shadow of the looming stone wall of Suzail. The quiet but constant sound city is apparent even before the hinges stop squeaking. Numerous timber-framed houses of various sizes, colours and shapes face inward the square in which the diverse cast of Cormier's common folk reside. Above, purple dragons barriers. God, come on, Tom, get your words together. Purple
Bench.
Dragon Knight bench, yeah. Banners are fluttering in the wind alongside the Oberskier family crest, along the unusually high fortifications surrounding the city. It is cloudless but cold day in the seaside city. A small well is situated in the middle of the square. The dirt floor surrounding it is wet as an older human lady wrapped in a shawl and a heavy coat washes some clothes in a basin beside it. The southeast is a path that leads to a cobbled main road, and likely to the city proper. You guys are currently up the Tower of Argul up here. You're welcome to give me a sort of general idea of what you want to do with your day, what you want to try and accomplish, where you want to go, what you want to explore. First
of all, are the banners too high to spit on? The Purple Dragon Knight.
Yes.
Okay.
But also, we don't have to hate all Purple Dragon Knights simply because one of them is an asshole.
it's
All
And those
guards are
ones that are
bastards.
pretending.
corruption
The
spreads.
pretending ones.
Corruption spreads, sure. Big organization.
We don't know how deep it goes. Well, it goes deep, right to fairly high.
But also, we probably shouldn't.
Has it spread to the top and
How
bottom?
high it goes.
Deep but also high.
But also, we probably shouldn't spit on the king's special guard that they love a lot in broad daylight in the capital city.
Yeah, they are well loved, the Purple Dragon Knights, throughout all of Cormier, at least by Cormirians.
See, I'm not a Cormerian.
It's true.
Everyone around you is. Well, Athale isn't.
Did
No.
Hilda say why the place you were found was renamed? Is it because of you?
Oh no. Doesn't say on the map.
We should go there first.
We could do. Before we go anywhere, was there something about? Was it this place or was it the other place that was like you need like a weapons, like not licensed or something.
Yes, no. We must register our magic users.
Oh.
Maybe we should do that first.
Yeah, where does one do that?
The Mages Guild.
Probably at the gate. I would think you would register, but when you got to town, not after you got inside.
And the Horn Gate's not far. Maybe have a quick wander over there.
Mm-hmm. Is that closer than a mages guild or tower, university, college, whatever?
Oh, well, I'd love to be able to tell you, but this is the map that you've got.
Oh, right, we
If
don't
you want to
know.
know anything more about this, you need to ask questions of locals, look
Slip
for
the
signs, that kind of thing.
God, we have to do
Yeah, let's-
work. God.
Let's start off by going to the gate. I would think that they would do it immediately.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Otherwise,
Okay.
why bother?
Unless we go rogue and not register.
I don't
Wait.
think that's a good idea.
That-
this is
that
a very
wouldn't be
big
very
city.
sensible.
Will we get- Will we get in
Sorry, there's
trouble?
a cloud passed over.
Vitamin D immediately drains from your body the second that there's any darkness.
I'm foul.
Nighttime is a bad time for haiku.
Do we have to register by name, do you think?
Probably.
I've done this, right? So I know the process.
Yeah.
So I
So
know
you- so
where
you-
we should go.
Yeah. So you, you
Or I
you
know
have
where
done
I
this
went.
previously. You know where you've gone. Yeah. You did this at the courthouse, the royal court. The royal court has a royal courthouse, and you straight up went there and just announced yourself.
Sail and just walk out.
There's a small admin desk that kind of deals with this. It's a pretty quick turnaround. They also do adventuring licenses.
Interesting.
That's
That's
We need to do
interesting
you.
and not very relevant information. I don't know why.
The line for that one is slightly longer.
Do we need an adventuring license? Or we already?
You guys have one.
Yeah, I didn't know whether it was just for like
Yeah.
one area or something. I was like, not in here.
It's for Call Me.
No, the whole party has one. It's fine. We don't need another one.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Does it they'll know whether we have to register by name or do we just need to show ourselves so they can see us?
You register by name. Whether it's a real or
That's
fake
okay.
name is up to you.
Yeah. If we have to I'm concerned with registering by name in the capital city where the Purple Dragon Knights are situated with everything going on.
We'll just make up some names.
Do you think
You
I
could
should
be our
use my
doppelganger.
real name instead of my made-up name?
No, that's worse. Surely that's worse.
Oh, but it'd be easier to lie about because it's not wrong.
Yeah, and nobody knows it except, well, y'all, you, and everyone else is dead. So-
Oh, I guess everyone else is dead. I was
Oh
gonna
wait,
say,
no, Arius would know. I'm so silly.
yeah, I don't want that to be easily connected. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My brother might know.
Yeah.
That's a horrifically bad idea.
The one
Oh my
person
God,
you
look-
really don't want it.
Yeah, I love the idea that she's like, oh, this is so easy. Oh wait, he just wasn't there when I was old enough to be conscious, but he was there. That's right.
You have nicknames you could use.
Consult
my
consult the list.
Oh my God, yeah. Do we
No,
have the
but
list
that's-
written down somewhere?
That's what people know us by in the land, though. That's the
Oh,
problem.
true. Right. So we need to come up with new
Opposite.
nicknames.
We should use the opposite of our. Yeah.
Mill builder.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the other ones.
When did we write them down? Was it in a Roll20 thing? That's probably.
It was in a
roll
Roll20 thing, but I think I either I deleted or I archived it.
I
might have
think I-
archived it.
I seem to recall them
Let me
being
see if I put
literally
them in my
written down
notes.
with the draw tool.
It was in the
Hmm.
archive somewhere. Oh wait, PC nicknames. I've got it. I saved it.
Oh.
I'll read it out to you rather than moving you over there
Okay.
because it's just a bit faster. Haiku was the collection, the one with the scalp, hot rod, and the executioner.
We'll call it a hot rod.
Oro was the Oro and only, Little Green One, the Great Unclean One, and the one that writes smut. Nurily was Soapy Angel, Moon's Child, Milbane, and Moon Preacher. And Athale was Who's the New Guy? Where'd the bald one go? And
It was
the
better
Blink.
before they changed the cast.
I like the earlier seasons better. And Nugget
Fair.
was Bat, that giant fucking bat, and Banana Bat. And Randall was the bold Blur, festering wound guy, quote unquote Bard, the storyteller, and the bold archivist.
Mm.
Fair, Thale doesn't need to lie about anything because they're not. They weren't with us when. Yeah. They're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah. If they thought we
I
were
mean,
dead,
Athale is fairly well known in Suzale. Not like
but not
famous,
as
but
a
known.
completionist.
No, but all someone needs to go is. Did you hear Athale hooked up with the joined up with the completionists?
Yeah,
True.
I prefer the second
Yeah,
wording.
don't
over
say
the
hooked
former
up with
wording.
I decided to change that one around.
We're just really feeding the enemy to lovers art going here. Everything is one step closer. We
Do-
could give you another poetry name, Haiku. What about Limerick?
Yeah. Good limit.
That's your second cousin.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all related because I couldn't go with stanza because that's another cousin.
Hmm. What's opposite of a poem? Like the opposite thing of haikus and limericks.
That's a actually straight up deep question. What the fuck is the opposite of a poem?
Like a novel?
Opposite of a poem would be more
Hmm.
long form.
Yeah.
Novella.
Have a long form poem, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
guess
my
that's
thought was
true.
like code. Like maybe you're
Mm.
called like
Cipher.
Cypher's sick, dude.
That's it. I'm going with Cipher.
Yeah.
Cypher. A sick name. I'm gonna have to write these down now, aren't I? No, you guys decide on your code names, and we'll.
Right,
stick
no, that's
them
too
in-
close to the snake's name.
Yeah.
No, cipher is so good though. So the opposite of a poem would mean we would be writing without prose, right? So it really can be anything that doesn't have like meter or
Word vomit.
rhyming scheme. That's way less cool than cipher.
That's not a good name.
Cipher was so
Yeah, we'll
cool.
go with Cipher then.
This is my friend Word Vomit.
Yeah.
Vom
We call them Vom for short.
for sure. Am I a magic user? I have some magic. Or am I? Is that different from a magic user?
So that's a good question.
Where's the line?
Yeah.
Do you count as a spellcaster?
I dabble.
Yeah, I guess you
If you
do.
cast a spell,
Ugh.
You can cast more magic than some full spellcasters, if they're just starting out. So
I guess my initial thought was, should I just put on the disguise myself glasses this whole time, and we just spend the whole of Suzale in disguises, whether that's all of you or just me? And do we
Yours
think
only
of...
last. It's like an hour at a time, right?
No, but just the glasses on
Oh, just the
in
glasses straight
general
up.
with the glasses and the big nose, yeah, and the big
I
eyebrows.
love that.
I mean,
that's a good point.
We could go with raw. R-O-R.
roar.
I don't want to be raw.
Especially because it sounds too much like raw when y'all say it.
Yeah.
Like R-A-W.
Okay, maybe let's just add an extra R to the front and call you Roro.
So close to Zorro.
The mask of Roro.
I think Aura's having another panic about how disguised do we need to be? Do we need to care about this? Or are we not going to care at all? Because this is the time we need to decide.
I think a previous conversation about this has happened where you've kind of all agreed that at some point it will be revealed to your enemies that you are alive and well and poking around in Suzale.
Yeah,
the question
and
is, I
it's the time
suppose,
to
how
do
long
it.
do you want to?
That's what I'm saying.
How long do you want to wait to try and hide that?
It's
Yeah.
a big
Yeah,
city, and there's
maybe
going to
it's
be
just-
so many people here. Like, you know, it'll be like full needle in a haystack, especially with you, Oro. Let's be honest, you're quite small.
Well, I
It's
think
also a
it'd be
goblin
needle
with a
in a
giant bat.
haystack
Yeah.
if we weren't so famous.
Wow.
But we're also a really unique group. Like, we're not just four humans, you know? In fact, none of like, this is not
All-
a makeup that you see walking around together all the time. So probably should be disguised to some degree.
But it's fine. Instead
We
of
could
Nugget,
split up.
Oro, Nugget will be one of us. One of us.
What do we do?
I pull out the hairpin that changes your hair, and what was I think Nerly knows a lot of religious stuff, but what is there like a sun? Lathander. I think she's gonna
Lathander.
make like a priest robe out of her magic dress looking thing that's like sun god, like Lathander probably icon. And she's gonna stick the hairpin in her hair and make her hair bright red. But a little bit more sunny than moonish.
Totally different,
Mhm.
legally distinct. No, really.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hey, what's your fake name?
That's a really good question. I don't know. I need to look something up really quick.
Okay. Well, let's head our way over to the royal court. Knowing that it'll take us a while to get there, and we may bump into some things, so that perhaps we end up ending the session before you even get there, and you have a week or 2 weeks to think about it.
Okay.
How's
When
that sound?
someone's like, "Hey, you're the completionist."
I'm like,
Shit.
oh. All right, yeah, we are, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's us.
solves that problem.
Wait, where is the royal court on this map?
Great question.
Should I roll like to see if I can tell which direction?
I will
it is?
absolutely take that. So you've
just-
been there. So you give me a history check, and the DC is 5.
Why have you set me up like this? You could have not told me that.
Oh,
That means he gets it,
Jesus.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yes, he
thank
does
God.
get it.
it's like
Thale-
exactly what I needed.
Thales did
There you
roll a
go.
4 on history specifically earlier.
There you go. There is the royal court. So it's down the promenade.
Okay.
It is just in front of the Castle Oberskier.
Which means it's near a bunch of purple dragon knights. Probably.
The whole city is going to be chock-a-block with purple dragon knights. Probably. Maybe some areas more than others.
Maybe that should be our disguise.
We have gleaming armor for one person.
That's true.
We'll just, silently pull a few into the tower and rid them of their armor.
What?
Just
So
shooting the shit.
So you'd replace someone maybe recognizing us with people definitely looking for people who have killed or at least stolen armor from the Purple Dragon Knights who work directly for the king.
It's a big city. It'll take them a while to notice.
You're really depending upon us not being noticeable, or there not being people who are like paid to look out for us or anything like that, huh?
To be honest, it's not something I'm too concerned about. Long ago I resigned myself to the fact that I'm gonna stick out no matter where I am.
That's
Valid.
fair.
I mean, potentially,
Could
if
we
I stick
paint you?
out so much, they may ignore you lot.
Could we paint you?
Perhaps we could paint your shell, change your
Fun.
buttons.
I mean, yeah, I'm not against it.
Put some code on it. Make you all nerdy.
Get you a large black coat.
Yeah.
Some dark glasses.
I mean, I've already got goggles. In fact, I have 2 pair of goggles nowadays.
Oh, put them both on.
How,
You have to
have
pick
you
which one they
up
want to wear.
here once they're here, just to like.
Yeah. Good job. Oh, I want to put my disguise glasses on. They're just normal, not like to actually change me or anything. And I go, Nerly, could you prestidigitate my hair, please?
Of course. So I'll clean her hair up.
Totally different. No one will ever know.
It barely changes because she doesn't realise that she's been cleaned by Nerly like earlier today. Some
Should
soot
we-
gets removed.
Should we maybe paint Nugget's nose? Oh wait, no, sorry.
Look, it's dead.
Alright, alright.
You can't paint its
For a
nose.
little while. Oh my god. You know how people do the thing where there's like these little kits you can get where you do like a dog's nose print, but it doesn't get ink on the dog because of the layer. It's like one of those of Nugget. Oh my god. So cute.
So where would you like to head?
We probably should get registered first. So
Yeah. We'll go up to...
Along the promenade, then.
Okay. So up to the Horn Gate and along the promenade. As you get to this junction here, wrong layer, this junction here, you see several buildings as you wind your way through the crooked streets of Suzale. Two kind of catch your eye. One is a inn called the Willing Smile, and it has a sign that is kind of hanging off from one side that is a smile with lipstick on. It's just down here to the south. I'll put this on your map. And directly in front of you, as you get to this junction, you see a shop called Gotcha Porn. Pawn. Directly here. It's a small shop that is tucked in amongst a bunch of other buildings, miscellaneous small kind of general stores, that is very brightly decorated. In fact, I have a better description of this somewhere. No, apparently not. It is like a bright red front of the building with lots of kind of like illustrated graffiti on the front that looks very like over the top characterized. One of them is like a cartoon cat. One of them is a bunch of big question marks and exclamation marks. It is like very heavily graffitied on top of it. The door is ajar.
And it is just a pawn shop.
It is a pun on the word gachapon.
I want to go in. Can we go? Can we go in the shop?
What that is.
Gachapon's
That's all the better for you. That's something that is very well familiar to circus folk, though.
See.
Can we go in? Can we go in? Can we go in? I'm going in.
Sure.
I mean, Haiku's still probably thinking this is a pawn shop, which is right down Haiku's. Yeah, sure.
God damn it.
This might be down Haiku's alley.
Jesus.
The street otherwise goes off in two different directions, both of which you know will converge onto the promenade if you wish to go past. Although it seems like Oro wants to go in.
I've gone in.
She's gone.
Yeah.
She's
There was no decision to be made.
I asked and then
Just
everyone wasn't
Oro.
responding, so.
Oro ship, duffed outline.
You guys keen to follow, or are you going to leave Oro to go into the gotcha pawn?
Oh, I'm definitely going in too.
Yeah, yeah.
So, maybe 20 5 by 2 foot boxes are spread haphazardly across the shop floor. Surprisingly small, but very loud high street building. Music of varying styles and volume blasts from each of the haphazardly but brightly decorated stalls that seem to eventually disappear into the walls or floors. The top half of the front of these structures have a glass panel that displays its contents. Each contain a plethora of opaque parcels of multitude of shapes and sizes. Most of them are small orbs. And in
It's that thing.
and in these glass panel boxes, you can see a kobold that is playing a one-man band. They are the things that are making all of the music. It's a little kobold on a stool at the back of these boxes. They're like playing all these different musical songs and stuff. But because there are about 20 of these boxes all around the room, they are all playing different songs very loudly. At the same time, you can see in front of it that each of these kobolds has like a crane almost. That they seem to be able to. You can see that there's a system of pulleys on the side where the kobold is sat. The glass panel is emblazoned with an almost endless number of images of varying items, from mousetraps to tiaras. Below the panel appear some pictorial instructions. It seems to be that it is a pay-and-play system, with some of the boxes being immensely more expensive than other boxes. So as you kind of look around the shop, you see that there are indeed about 20 of these different boxes. Some of them are the same type, but they seem to be in a couple of different tiers. They've got very cheap. Cheap is spelt with 2 E's. So you've got very cheap, which is 1 silver piece. Cheap, which is, again, 2 E's, 1 gold piece. You've got shiny, which is 10 gold pieces. Very shiny, which is 100 gold pieces. And super shiny, which is 500 gold pieces.
That's a lot of gold.
So it appears to be some kind of risk pay and play game where you spend some money, you're given a mystery prize of varying quality depending on the risk, the risk and reward.
And there's no like, and here are all the possible things that you could get in this box.
There are some, there are some of the decorations appear to perhaps allude to the prizes, but it seems so varied and there are so many different images. There are lots of very purposefully placed question marks that you deduce simply from the bombardment of punctuation. That, let's say there's this amazing tiara that looks incredible. There's a bunch of question marks right next to it. It's trying to indicate that it could or could not exist at all. So let's not get our hopes up, kind of deal.
Gotcha.
You read between the lines.
Want to go?
Which of the tiers would you like to use? You've got, again, very cheap, shiny, very shiny, and super shiny.
I'm going to go for a shiny.
Okay, shiny is 10 gold pieces. Make sure to keep track of the money that you're spending.
Yeah.
Here we have... I'd like you to roll a 1d8 for me, please.
1d8. 7.
Okay, you got a 7. This is the shiny one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, surely enough, the kobold at the back starts to crank its levers and the music continues to play, but less kind of lively because clearly he's taken his hands off of some of the instruments. But he's still got a kind of a harmonica in front of his mouth as he kind of like starts to pull these levers, and you can see that the crank starts to whirl and it starts to go down and grab one of these small circular balls. It's opaque. And it brings it towards the front where there is like a tray that it drops into. It kind of like rolls out in front of you. And a small circular plastic-ish kind of looking ball right there. Easy to open.
Open it.
Very well. You are now the proud owner of a tiny finger skateboard that will play by itself.
What? Sick.
That's actually kind of cool.
I actually love that.
You put the little tiny little finger staple down, and you start by doing little cool little tricks, and then you like take your hand off to be like, look at how cool this is, and it keeps going. And it starts to do some like grinds and wheelies and stuff. Not wheelies, ollies. No,
Wheelies.
ollies. What's that other one? Manuals for skateboards, isn't it? And you start
Oh.
like
Dunno. Sick.
played enough Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 when I was a kid.
Guys, you just how go. They'll be like cool little things.
Imagine this is pre-vitamin D haiku.
I've
Oh God.
even now I'm
The shop would be on fire by now.
feeling the.
So
I'm
what are
feeling
some of the
pull.
pictures? What are some of the pictures on the 500 one?
So the super shiny one.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Or I guess like maybe
I
what size are
will.
the balls?
So one of the ones that you can see on the 500 one is a pack of cards in like a sealed, like pulled card deck.
And the
It
party
says
lost
in
all of their
quotes
gold.
that says in quotes guaranteed legendary top dungeons pack of 5 cards.
Well,
Are we the legendary? Did we determine that like the haiku and the Randall were
You
legendary?
guys are rares.
we're rares.
Rares. Ooh, so there's
Oh,
even
yeah,
more of a
legendary.
chance. I have so much gold and I have spent so little of it. I've given most of it away. And I probably don't have enough for any like really good magic items. So I'm really tempted to do the cards.
Do it.
There's some
I'm
cool
gonna reach
stuff in
into
here.
the.
I
I'm
have
gonna reach into the.
done 8 for every single one of these tiers. I sat down. This is most of the prep that I did last week. Instead of actually preparing for like important things, I spent most of my prep last week writing a million items for each of these different tiers.
Excellent.
Some of them shit, some of them great.
I'm gonna do the super shiny.
Haiku
Sure.
literally leans over Nearly's shoulder, like the
Mhm.
angel on the shoulder, going, "Do it."
Do it.
Angel or
I
devil?
thought you meant like against the glass and just like it's a gotcha bomb box. Okay.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can
gonna go to the
see
one with
this
the
is for
cards
the
and hope-
for the super shiny one.
Yeah.
You can see that this particular goblin is a little bit more professional than the other goblins.
got
Not
little
goblins, sorry,
spectacles.
kobolds. And you can see that as he starts to kind of crank and do the levers, you can see that he's managed to keep the music up perfectly as he goes.
Ooh.
And it's almost like it sounds a little less crunchy and a little more refined as the music starts to not like almost insult your ears as it plays at you. And there's like a small like it seems like as he's pedaling, there are some fans in front that are kind of like blasting like cooling air at you at the same time.
Ooh.
And as the ball kind of spins around, it gets dropped in this kind of like a runner kind of thing, and it's like circled down as it goes around and like makes some cool little like whirly bobs before it falls into the tray. And then a small bout of confetti comes out at the bottom as it lands.
Oh my
You
God, I
pop
love it.
open this small opaque kind of sphere, and you can see that there's some cloth in it. And you start to pull out the cloth, and it seems to just keep coming. This definitely is much larger than the sphere that you were given, and you have found what appears to be a very very heavily sequined jacket. This is called the Jazzy Jacket. This gives you a +2 to your charisma score, not modifier. But it gives you disadvantage on all stealth checks permanently.
I
Permanently, or
immediately
while you're
put it
wearing it.
on. I immediately put it on. Does it require attunement?
Yes, it does require attunement.
Do I only have 2 attuned items?
You put this on over your other jacket, or
One of the disadvantages of it is that it must be worn on top, and it is very garish.
I think Nearly has a concept of fashion or like
Yeah, I'm
what's
okay with that.
garish.
I'm okay with that
Like,
as long as you know that
think
all
about
of Jenny's doodles from now on are going to be covered in sequins.
No, think about it. though.
Extra so many
She-
sequins. Please,
She's
please don't
inherently
take it.
tied to Selenite, which includes like imagery of the night sky. So this
Yeah.
just looks like stars to her.
Yeah,
She's like, oh my
it's
gosh,
beautiful.
it's shiny, like the stars in the sky.
That's one of the good ones.
What color is it?
That's
So I was thinking like a pink,
Oh, yes.
like a pink
I love it.
purple, one side the other.
Uh-huh.
That's a very good magic
Amazing.
item for 500 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for charisma specifically.
You rolled
As
an
long
8.
as I'm wearing it, I have a 22 charisma.
Jesus.
Oh, it does say it has a maximum of 20. I do apologize for not making that clearer. There is a maximum of 20.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
who wants it?
Heartbreak. Oh no.
Oh no, oh dear.
Bless her heart. There is a maximum of 20 on it.
I was so excited for a second.
You were so
Oh.
excited. Oh, I feel so bad about it. It is in my notes that it says maximum of 20.
Which is fair. That's usually how it goes. You usually
Yeah.
need like one of those books like Haiku found to get.
When I wrote that, I was like, oh, Neroli might like this kind of thing. And then, but also it would be maybe like a weird fashion thing. Hee hee, what a silly thing, goofy thing for me to do. And I didn't actually look at your character sheet to see what your charisma score was, which in hindsight maybe would have made sense. But here we are.
I'm still gonna put it on.
As you should.
Fair enough.
So you can't do stealth.
I feel like there's like a little card that tells you what it does, and she gets all excited and she puts it on and feels no different. And she's like,
It's cool. Anyone else want to roll the dice with some gachapons or gotcha pawns?
I go with that.
what are the money tiers again? Sorry, Tom.
So you've got very cheap, shiny, very shiny, super shiny. Very cheap is 1 silver piece. Cheap is 1 gold piece. Shiny is 10 gold pieces. Very shiny is 100 gold pieces, and super shiny is 500 gold pieces.
Oh.
Look at Jenny; she's so excited about this.
All of them.
Can you get duplicates? Or is there like only one of each item?
You can get duplicates.
Oh, fuck.
I assume so. Or
I,
you can have 2. We could all have matching sequin jackets. That's our disguise.
oh my
We're
god!
that
we're
flavors.
like,
From out of town.
we could be like ABBA. We're ABBA. There, sorted.
that's our fake adventure group name. is
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And we go say
just need
that
names.
with names of Abbott. Yeah.
Perform.
So are you doing a 500 also, Jack?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, well.
Roll the 1d8.
Sorry,
Fingers crossed for an 8. Come on for an 8.
Come on, fingers.
Oh, it's a 5.
5. It's different.
Different.
Yeah.
Maybe we can trade and Haiku can have the charisma bonus. So don't you have an extra attunement slot?
Yeah. There's kind of weird things with wearing body things for turtles.
Oh, 1 second.
Wear it
I would-
forward like a snuggie.
Also, unlike early Haiku, has some sense of fashion.
And you wouldn't want to block that sunlight.
Sorry, no, that's wrong.
That's
Because
true.
early absolutely does have a sense of fashion. I think Haiku's is just a little bit more toned down.
Right.
There.
Fair. Because this is, you have the same fanfare as the circular wall starts to spin around in these little runners, and it falls in. You get the fresh air, and you get the confetti, and you start to fall out. And once again, this has some fabric in it, rather than being kind of covered in sequins. This one appears to be very soft and very. This is a black. Plain fabric. As you pull it out, you recognize it to be just some kind of like cotton fabric that is cut in a circle, like a perfect circle. It kind of goes out to about a 5-foot diameter.
So it's a black circle.
Yes, it
A
is.
black
Yeah,
spot.
it is a black circle. And it comes with a little piece of paper that explains what it does. So it is a
Black circle.
1-use item that makes a 6-inch hole of 5-foot diameter. So when you use it, Makes a 6-inch hole of 5 foot diameter.
6 inches deep.
Yeah.
5.
Oh.
How wide is hiking? Probably not 5 feet. That would be you'd basically be square at that point.
6 inches is basically like ankle height for haiku.
Yeah, but for like a wall, that'll get you through
That is
some
true.
amount of wall.
It has to be on the floor, does it? Could you? I mean, just theoretically, could you put it on a person?
Just obliterate them, but only in 6-inch deep.
Yeah. Well, that'd be
Just
horrific.
throw it over the front of Alrius, and all that's left is his ass.
Yeah,
That's
that's
your Alri ass now.
that'd be the perfect anti-dragon item. Just put it on their head. Bam! They've just lost 6 inches of flesh.
The description doesn't say,
I'm
but
too
you
young
have
to
a strong suspicion that perhaps it does not.
A pothole generator.
get. I know.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
would have that
Quick, there's a
suspicion.
cart coming. Just like, toss it down.
Interesting.
It's a portable hole asterisk.
I will find the most annoyingly creative use for that, Tom. Don't you?
I'm certain that you will. That's the reason that I put this in here and made it single use, so you can pull off some bullshit one time. Also, additionally, there's a good chance that because it's a single use consumable item, it will never get used because you'll all be like, oh, I don't want to use
It might be
this.
better time to use it.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Ironically, black hole in Dota, same thing. No one ever uses their black hole because they're like, oh, I've got to wait for a better time to use it.
That is
Sorry for the
very
reference,
true.
Mhm.
That is very- just capture
Jenny.
Gotta pay the cheese tax.
The cheese.
There you go.
The cheese.
We're legal again now. It's alright.
Anyone else buying some gachapon?
Theo.
So I pay money, but I don't know what I get.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Seems like a worse shop. Why would I not go to a shop?
Is that you don't know what you're gonna get? Like it could be something really cool.
Exactly.
It could be something really cool.
You're paying for the experience of Thale.
Yeah, for fun. It's for fun.
We've all done it as a
It's-
group.
Experience.
Nearly
Yeah.
holds up the jacket. You couldn't get something like this in the shop.
Yeah. Or like
Especially
this.
not just for
Why did-
500 gold.
All this. Accidentally creates hole in wall.
Accidentally create a hole in the air and nothing happens. It's just a small amount of wind.
Brick just disappears.
You create a tiny amount of wind.
Oh wait, no, I held it the wrong way around. It just takes off my hands to the wrist.
Okay. I will try it if it is for the experience, but I still don't think I understand it.
Do it.
I'll do
Which
the only
price
one that
tier?
seems cool, which is the 500 gold one.
I mean, the other
Yeah.
ones have cool stuff in. You don't know what's in the other ones.
I'm definitely going to do a 10 gold one after this too.
Okay.
But the
you
500
do
also
a
has
super
the
shiny one?
card in it that the party seems to really want. So.
Yeah. Okay.
True.
I
Roll
can't believe
1d8
that
then, please.
I can't believe that wasn't option 8. The card.
I was surprised, yeah.
Yeah.
+2 to charisma though is so good, so I get why that's an 8. Ooh,
Oh, it's at a
nice.
7.
Something new.
Interesting. Something new.
I'd have loved to see
Oh
it.
no, actually, this is a good one. You were so close to a joke one, but you got a good one. Okay, so you get the same wonderful experience, and the whole time your party is all gathered around you, going, "Whoa!"
That's just there, like,
you just a deadpan the whole
Yeah.
time, and you can see that the
just, like,
kobold
hair
is
just blowing around a little bit. Just
the kobold's really getting into this because he's finally got a bit of an audience. It seems like no one else is in the shop, and you can see that he's the popular one. He's like,
the kobolds are there, like,
yeah.
Aw.
Music in the rest of the room has gone surprisingly quiet. And sure enough, the ball rolls down to the front. You get the little poof of confetti, and the wind comes out at you, and you pick up the little sphere. Do you want to open it?
yes.
Wonderful. You receive a potion. You pull it out of the small circle, sphere, and as you
Okay.
do so, you can see that it is like a blue, kind of quickly spinning fluid that seems to maintain velocity regardless. It has kind of like a golden glitter in the fluid as well. Comes with a small piece of paper that describes it as a a potion of Arcanum, which I will explain to you as a magic user, is something that you are aware of being possible, but is very difficult to make and very rarely sold. It refills one spell slot of the highest level.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, that was worth the 1,500 gold that we all spent. Like,
Oh, no, yeah, that's a fucking expensive ass item.
Yeah.
Many of these are, we've got a couple of one users in there.
Is it 6?
My God.
This is. Okay, you cannot normally buy these in a shop. I will grant you that.
Whoa.
What does it do?
Do it
Oh,
again.
It refills a spell slot.
Sick.
It replenishes my magic energies or the magic
There you go.
energies of a spellcaster.
How much?
A lot.
Anyway, we have the conversation. Yeah. That's really cool.
Makes me less sleepy after I've used my magics.
Right, no sleepy.
I won't need a nap as quickly. I want to do one of the 10 gold ones.
Oh, you were so close to a joke one. Oh,
That would have
I
been
wasn't gonna tell you what
perfect for a
was.
Thale to get.
It would have been really
Yeah,
good.
it
I'm
really
really
should.
sure that you didn't get it. It's perfect like haiku shell item and absolutely rubbish. It's very funny. So you're going for the 10 gold item, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going for a shiny. So you've taken a step away from the much fancier Gachapon machine and have still instead got your. This guy is he's trying his best. Very out of breath by the time that he finished his song. There's no wind blowing in your hair and there's no confetti coming out this time. But you do get a free soda that pours itself into a plastic cup at the side of the machine. And you rolled a 3.
Oh, that wasn't the prize. Okay.
Oh.
No.
I thought that was the prize.
So,
You
like,
win a free
what?
soda.
Okay. Okay. This one's got some good stuff in it. I'm happy. Honestly, they all have some pretty good stuff in it. But this is where it gets quite fun. This one has a well-made beanie in it that is emblazoned with "I Heart Suzale."
Oh.
I love that actually.
Honestly, that and the jacket might make you blend in pretty well.
Yeah.
Even though
Everyone's wearing
Stand
it.
out, but in the wrong way. Yeah, exactly.
On the way here, we walked past like 5 people wearing that exact outfit.
all the rage. Service season.
Trying to decide whether Nurly would know what a beanie is. Has Oro ever worn a beanie?
I don't think so.
I think it's still pretty straightforward that it would go on your head. But she has
Yeah.
a lot of hair, so I feel like just like when I try to put any type of hat on, it goes on and then the hair poofs out under it, and she's. Just
I like to think that like, when you've got the little like tags in the inside of clothing that tell you like how to wash it or where it was made and stuff. This one just says "at" in like poorly sewn in.
She pops it up and she's like, "Ooh, what's that? Oh."
Can I get one of the
like-
big ones?
You want to get a big one? Go for it.
Do it.
Yeah, I've never go.
How to rinse your party's gold
I was
just
thinking that
before they bump into a big magic item shop.
this is like games that have those like various mechanics just to get you to spend your money.
Yeah.
Ooh, 3 is also in
I
use for the
spent
big
$5 grand on a ring. That cleared me out.
Yeah, I don't have enough money to buy
I
another
was-
magic item.
I was secretly really hoping that Oro would be the other one that would get the shiny jacket, and then we could have matching jackets.
Okay, this is actually good and was even put in here specifically just on the off chance that Oro got this.
Whoa.
You start to pull leather out of the ball, and as you start to pull it out, there's kind of this well kind of made saddle. This as it is written in its little description, is a saddle that will magically alter its form to fit whatever creature is put it on, and will bestow the mounted combat feat on the rider.
Bitch.
Oh my god.
Let's fucking go. This is great news, guys. This is great news.
We've had a lot of rolls on the top one and not had a duplicate.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good day
I
to be a
know.
pack riding rogue.
I
Yeah,
almost
so they
want to
get-
do it again just to find out what the other really good items are, but I know I'll just roll something that we've already got.
That's how they get you. Getting the last one is the most difficult.
Mhm.
We,
got
me,
most-
and
Tell you what, if you roll it again, would I be able to use my inspiration to get it to be a different item if it's a dupe?
What
we also
about
do
a
have
D6?
D6s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will allow inspirations to be used to re-roll.
But no D6s.
Not D6s,
Oh.
you kidding me?
What about the D6? But it rolls around if it goes
Absolutely
over.
not.
I will happily drop an inspiration here to help. I mean, I don't have the money for it, but
I have money. Okay, I'm doing the big one again.
We
got a taste for it.
oh,
Two is new, isn't it? Two is
Yeah,
new?
2 is new.
2 is new.
Yeah.
2 is new.
We haven't had 6
Oh,
or
Is
1
it
or
a
2
joke
are missing.
item? If it's a joke item,
DMs.
can we use the inspiration to
DMs,
reroll?
use this on your party. This has been a blast.
This is why these things exist. They're so effective.
Yeah.
Can I ask
it
that?
took a while to prep all the entries, but this has been a fun little thing. Are you happy with your 2? You're not going to use any inspirations to re-roll this?
I was asking, can I know if it's a joke item or not?
Many of these are joke items, if not all of them.
Well, okay, that's fair. But you know what? No, I'm happy with 2. Let's do it. It's
Okay.
at least new. Be the cards. Be the
I
cards.
think
be
this
the
is
cards,
pretty
be the
fun.
cards, be the cards. It's not the cards,
Um,
okay, that's cool.
So you see, it's not the cards, unfortunately. You see, the like a ceramic kind of red hat, like a pointed red hat with a bobble in the end of it, and you start to pull on it, and this is a garden gnome. It has written on its base the word its name, which is Nublet. Gnublet, Nublet. The small piece of paper reads that it is a helpful garden gnome that will keep coming back for more. You read between the lines that this is a summonable garden gnome that you can use once per day to summon a tiny helper garden gnome until it dies, when it will be completely eradicated. It does not say that he will follow your instructions perfectly. I did not want to replace, tiny servant.
Yeah.
Nublet,
honestly, this just feels like it's an extra mini me.
We'll not do it at all.
Nublet will show up, and if you get along with Nublet will do what you ask it to do.
You know what's funny about this? I made a joke at some point recently about how I was the only person who didn't have a little pal.
Yeah.
And now I have a little pal.
Yeah.
And
Got
it's a gnome.
Nublet.
Cute.
Or gnome. I thought that's just really fitting in a weird way.
Anyone else want
You
to
happy
go?
with your? You happy with your gachapons?
I honestly want to go at least once on all of the ones we haven't done because I want to see what tiers of items
I
are
do
in them.
too.
Don't worry, guys.
I
It's a
do
bank holiday tomorrow. We can stay up all night doing gachapons.
I don't have the money. I've already
I think we'll
rinsed
run out of money.
myself.
Yeah.
Speed run. One of the
Speedrun,
cheapest.
bankrupt the party.
You want to do the cheapest one?
Yeah.
They go sell some magic items.
The very cheap one is the 1 silver piece.
Mhm.
Was
Yeah.
it 10 silver pieces to a gold piece?
Yes.
So you can do it. You can do all these.
Go on then. I do all of them. Read all of them to me.
So you're gonna get all of these, and you're gonna get a couple of duplicates. So we're gonna have to figure out which duplicates you get.
Okay.
So the first one is mud.
Just in a little thing
Yep.
that you open.
Just some
Like
mud.
it's a mud mask.
This particular kobold is looking worn out. You suspect that this guy is because this is a city. People are in here all the time, and when they come in here, they don't tend to have 500 gold pieces. They come in here with 1 silver piece of pocket money, and they get whatever they can. So this one has seen some things. There aren't that many of the bulls left in this one compared to all the other ones. But you do manage to get all of yours. You got a couple of duplicates. So the first one is mud. The second one is a slice of pie.
Ooh.
The slice of pie.
Nice.
It is, let's say, a key lime pie.
Okay.
The next is a small rocking horse toy.
Oh, cute.
Give it a little nudge and it walks back and forward. The next one is a whoopee cushion.
Yes.
After
Excellent
that,
to be used with
you
the
get a.
Ugh.
The next one that you get is 1 copper piece, but it has a kobold pressed into it, like you go to the machines and you press the coins. 1 copper piece with a kobold, and it says a gotcha pawn on it. There's like a thing for it.
Cute.
You get a piece of parchment that seems sticky on the back that reads "I'm with stupid." Like it's a sticker. A yo-yo, once again with the emblem of the gotcha pawn shop on it. A small kobold with a 1-man band equipment on him, and a pencil that is this long and has clearly very, very well used.
Excellent.
You're saying it's an Oro-sized pencil?
This is normal sized pencil. What do you mean?
You open it, it's just actually Oro's pencil that she's been using for the most recent. Like, what? How does that happen?
It's
So you have a
just
number of
stealing stuff from our
duplicates.
pockets.
Are there any particular? So let's say that you've used 2 gold pieces for that one.
Okay.
So you're going to have a bunch of duplicates.
Okay.
Like what? 12 duplicates spread across.
Okay, everyone, you can go ahead with doing whatever you want to do. If anyone else wants to get any more, I'm going to see how many whoopee cushions I can get from this.
That is such an aura move.
Just 12 whoopee cushions.
Almost a whoopee
Remember
bed.
when we did some shopping a little while back and you were like, I'm going to buy a bunch of caltrops or something?
Yeah, marble. Yeah, the marble thingies. Yeah.
Oh, marbles, yeah. This time it's just whoopee cushions.
How much gold would I have to spend to get all of the 1 gold roll things?
So if we keep that same ruling that I've just used for Oro, that would be 20 gold for the cheap one, for the next one up.
Okay. I want to do that one.
Okay. You get a baseball cap that reads, I got gotcha'd. You get a weighty, hefty sum of fool's gold. Classic. You get a single Top Dungeons card, but it is a common rarity.
Oh.
Which I'll read to you in a minute.
Yeah.
You get a fidget spinner of a kobold on a unicycle.
Oh, sick.
It's the wheel that
I love
spins.
it.
You get a model of a ukulele with strings that don't work. It is like a tiny little model.
Oh, cute.
Cute.
Maybe Haiku can fix it.
Could the gnome play it?
Oh.
You get a single cookie.
Ooh.
Chocolate chip.
I've actually written here it's a single Goodberry, but we did the cookie thing earlier, so it's a Goodberry cookie. You get 5 foot of rope,
Ooh.
which is a bit useless, really, and a set of wind-up, chattering mechanical teeth.
Oh.
And once again, you
love
have
it.
about 12 duplicates to roll throughout those. So you can have all of the common top dungeon cards if you want.
Good. Yeah, tell me which card I got.
Sure.
12
Can't
at the
believe
same
this.
time.
This is what our game has turned into. So the common card that you got is named Gavin. Gavin is a common card. Chaos 0, magic 0, damage 0, renown 0.
Oh, Gavin.
Oh, Gavin's been
Oh.
done dirty.
Poor Gavin.
What's
Do I
the image?
recognize
Because they've all
Gavin?
got an image, haven't they?
It's just a guy.
Yeah.
Just a human guy.
Ah.
He's balding a little bit. He's sat down at a desk, got some parchment in front of him.
He's just a
He's
like
got
secretary.
like a mug of coffee that says "I hate Mondays." Got a pocket protector on.
I love the idea that Gavin is like the George of this universe. Like it's just a super common name. So if they're
Yeah.
thinking of like, what's
Gavin.
a generic dude's name? Gavin.
It's Gavin.
So that's why it's called Gavin.
How many of your other duplicates are going to be common cards? Do you think?
Oh, that's a great question. I need to roll 12 times, right? To figure out
Sure.
what duplicates.
So let's say you roll 12 times, and let's say that the common card is. Where have I written it? God, where on earth did I write it? Is number 3.
3, okay. Oh, I've clicked it. You gonna do it roll 20? You think? Maybe?
I rolled
Preparing the
68.
dice.
Oh, there it goes. I didn't get a sound. I got
So you
one more
get
card.
1. Wow.
Of course. Of course.
One more card. Oh, okay. Which of these common cards do I want to use on you? Some of these are funny.
That's not the gotcha porn way.
Do you want me to roll for them?
No.
Okay.
We can
Yeah.
do
We'll roll for
one.
them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god.
Crikey.
Yeah, we've got 8 possible.
Oh my god, how fitting.
I rolled a 4.
This is how we find out Nerly is a common card.
Okay, so this is Master Kulf brackets Liber Amons.
Rare now.
Oh.
Common card.
Does that imply there's a second one, which is not Libramons?
Perhaps it does.
Oh,
Shit.
drama.
Chaos 1, Magic 2, Damage 4, Renown 2.
Alright.
Oh my god.
That's even more rarer now since he's dead.
I'm opening them all up and I get the first card and I show it to everybody and we're like, and I get the second one and I'm like,
Know that one.
we're gonna find out that Aureus is actually the designer of this game and each card is like a tracking item because they're gonna know that we'll be obsessed with figuring out what our own scores are. 'Cause this is way too us centric.
Seen through you immediately.
So there's the 1 silver, there's the 1 gold, there's the 10 gold, and then
Yep.
there's the 500 gold, right? Those are the 4
Mhm.
levels.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to spend 200 gold on the 10 gold ones, but I'll spend one more 10 gold.
Sure.
Did we already get 3?
Yes.
I did. It's another hat, isn't it?
It is the hat.
That's so much.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you wanted to use a reroll or something. Tell you what,
I'm
we're
not using any
we're past 10 o'clock now. If you guys want
Yeah.
to cash in all of your chat dice, I'll allow it for this one roll.
Take it.
I've got a
Wait, both of them?
D6.
Throw them in. We'll do what Doc suggested earlier, where you add it on and it will roll over back to the beginning.
Okay.
Okay.
As long as Doc does the maths to figure out what number it ends up being.
Did we have a 5 on this one yet then?
With the 10.
I don't
What mark
remember.
was
We
it?
haven't done that many of these.
That was my
Gotcha fun
first.
with
one.
modular arithmetic.
Mhm.
We've done 7. 7 was the other one of mine. Only 7
Yes, you
and
did
3.
7. That was the first one you did.
So
Okay,
5
so
is not
you're at
me.
5 now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You have got a postcard from Waterdeep. that says "Wish you were here" on the front of it, and it is signed on the back by one Elminster.
I get that reference.
I was typing without looking, and I accidentally typed El Monster. And I was like, oh my god, is that how they picked his name? They're like, the Monster.
El Monster.
El Monster's a little bit too on the nose. What about El Minster? I actually kind of love that.
Brilliant.
How many more D6s do we have?
Mine.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more. Here are the D6s.
Wait, on the isn't there 100 one in the middle that we haven't done yet? Is that right, Tom?
Yes. No one's done that yet.
Oh,
Let's do 100
I'll do
one.
100 one
No
then.
one's done the very shiny one.
I'll
yeah,
do a
let's
very
do
There's some
100
fun stuff in this one.
You said that about all of them.
Yeah, because I've got some great ideas.
I got a 7 on the 100 one. The very shiny.
I'm so happy that you did.
I'm so happy. you did.
This one is a voucher for a massage at the Upturned Turtle. And on the back of it, it has a little set of directions of where you can find them in Suzale.
Wow.
Would Haiku
Amazing.
know of this place, considering they have visited Suzale before, albeit briefly?
You can roll a history check. The DC is, I think it's pretty difficult. 20. Oh shit!
Ooh.
You have heard of it. You have not been there before.
Oh, but I've heard good things, or have I heard bad?
You've heard it's got extremely cheap booze.
Ah,
Is it a massage parlor or a massage?
It's a tavern.
Oh, it's a tavern.
Yeah,
Massage
which is what
tavern.
makes this quite unusual.
wait.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I know that as a drinking place, not a massage place.
Hmm.
I wonder if it's like a code, and there's like a secret room or something.
Maybe.
We can find out.
Yeah.
I really wish that you rolled an 8 on that one. Seven's
can try for an 8,
interesting, but an
Virginia.
8 would have been so good.
Jesus,
Guys, I have an idea for the inn next week.
Ah, so it's Massage Mondays now, is it?
I think he meant a gachapon machine.
Oh no, I meant a massage thing.
You
that's
talked
hilarious.
about you meant
JK.
massage.
Uh-huh.
So you're doing one too, Oro, right? The super shinies.
Oh yeah, I'll do one. Yeah. And then we'll end. And then we'll end the day.
I was going to say, this has
And
been
then we'll
even
end.
more successful than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, I got an
Hey!
Yeah.
This,
We do a gold check after this as well.
yeah, seriously. This is a sending stone that has some, like a particular kind of like weirdly like holes all around it, like all around the center. And it seems to be on what looks like a shaft, like a handle. And as you speak into it, it immediately broadcasts in your local, like in the close vicinity to you, but it makes your voice sound really unusual. Like it's almost like trying to force your voice to be musical, and it starts to kind of like exaggerate your highs and lows.
It's auto-tune.
It's an auto tune, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, if we,
Damn it, now I
we
want to
could
do
have
another
done.
one of these. We could have done what?
We need 4 of those and 4 of the sequin things on our disguises sorted.
Yes.
Actually, no. ABBA deserves better than that. They are good.
But we're not ABBA.
Oh,
That's true.
dear
We're just
me.
we're the
Don't-
adventuring group formerly known as ABBA.
Where's a bard? Would you need them?
Yeah, exactly. We don't even have a bard in our group. Like,
Yeah, I'm playing a bard.
Listen, it won't be that far away to level up. We can multi-class.
multi-class as a bard.
Okay, can we do
Awesome.
one more 100 level? Just one more, and then I swear I'm done. This is why I don't gamble.
Thank God it's bank holiday.
You can do one more, and then I'm cutting you off.
Okay, I'm gonna use the
That's
D6.
what comes out.
Oh, wait, do we
Okay,
actually
okay.
want another microphone, or should I use the D6 to? roll for it.
I think reroll it.
Yeah, I think so
You
too.
only need one vocalist, it's fine.
So a 6.
Okay.
Wow,
Nice.
weirdly good rolls from me there.
6 rolls round to a 6.
Never get that when I'm rolling damage or healing.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
you've got
This
an
one. Okay.
Ooh.
I'd forgotten that.
Okay,
I'd
last
written
one, I
this.
swear.
This it comes out a very, very small kind of powdery capsule. This is a multi-statamin. This will set any ability score to 20 for 1 day.
Oh shit!
Shit.
That's actually kind of insane.
That's wild. That's how we get buffed
We need to-
early.
We need to work out where those come from and raid them so we just have like 365 of them.
Doesn't say anything about side effects, but that's not a good thing.
Mm,
Sets all your other stats to 10.
Yeah.
that's true.
That's actually amazing. I'm so okay. I'm content now. I want to know what the other ones are, but I'm not gonna spend the money for it. So that is a really good name. Yeah, it is a really good name.
I mean, as a like sort of just throwing that out with an idea, like we've come across a fair few like strength sapping things.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
can just pop one
True.
of those afterwards and cancel it out.
I'm literally the one that almost died. If you set the thing to 20, then it also couldn't drain that for the
Yep.
rest of the day
That's
too.
why random was immune to them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Perfection.
And
Well,
now we'll
I'm glad you
never
guys have
fight
had
another.
some. Yeah. Or will you?
We
You'll be
never
very
face
glad.
a stat draining monster again.
You'll be very glad to hear that you can always return to the Gotcha Pawn shop when you guys make some more money,
Mhm.
and fancy it because you know where it is now. It's on the map. There you
Great.
go.
And it's right by our house.
Welcome. He is right by your
We've
house
got
as
a
well.
teleport
Easy
circle
gambling.
right next to it.
Yeah.
It really is close to the house. It's not good at all.
Oh. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I'm glad that we've finally broken into Suzail. It's been on the horizon for quite some time, and there's been a lot of prep. But I've got some stuff planned. Obviously, if you guys are like, I want to go to blah 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 place, please let me know in advance if you have those ideas so I can prepare for it, because I have not prepared for everything in the city. Just the main points that I'm pretty confident you're going to bump into. Like, I was pretty sure if I put a Gotcha Pan shop in front of you, Jenny would want to go in there. Although I couldn't have guaranteed that it was going to go on for quite that long. But I'm not happy
Really,
about
what
it.
we
I'm glad you
did-
guys enjoyed it.
We turned the whole episode into a looting episode, basically. It's just like different forms. of
Oh
it.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. It was an awful lot of looting. It just makes the recap really easy next time. All
You spent all
right.
the money.
Yeah, and you got no money. Or you made some money today, but you've also spent all that money.
A little gems.
It's almost
Wonderful.
1,300 gold.
Don't worry, you're about to go loot another wizard's tower. I'm sure there'll be some money in there. Well done, everybody, on gambling. Is that the
Thanks.
message?
Yep.
Is
That's
that the
the
message?
gambling.
Is that the message today?
It's
It's
never
fine when
gonna-
it's,
you ever
it's
gonna
fine when
quit?
it's fake. And it doesn't impact your actual real life money balance.
Remember,
Yeah.
the second you quit is the second you lose.
Okay.
God.
Don't tell
Oh.
people that.
Yeah, listen. Be more
Joke.
responsible with the words that come out of your mouth. GG's, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much for everyone who stuck around through a looting episode. Although I guess maybe you get the like vicarious dopamine of loot. I'm glad that went down quite so well. And there's even more loot to be found in the vast riches of Suzail. So we'll see what you find as you start exploring. But next week we are off. We won't be around for D&D next week, but otherwise find us every Sunday, same time, same place. And obviously Jenny doesn't usually stream D&D. She streams loads of other stuff. So yeah, do Jenny stuff. Jenny
Exactly.
stuff is arguably even better.
Sorry, Docs, that command has recently been broken in the great deleting
Okay.
of all of my
Oh, yes.
commands.
All the commands got balked.
Yeah, sad day. We're gonna do a little raid on these people.
Woo, woo, woo.
If you'd like to come by, spam some hearts. That would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for hanging with us. We'll see you not next week, probably the week after, We're going to pause when I click on this thing. So anyone who would like to make a face, now is the time to do it. Perfect. Everyone did pull a check. Okay, I'm gonna do the raid now.
Did you all try?
All right. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.